But killing ain't nothing but a hobby.
Don't make me do a fucking
187 robbery.
What up, what up, what up?
Yes, sir.
People, welcome to another episode.
Yes,
Trash
sir.
Talking with the motherfucking old head.
We say what the hell?
We want to say
Let's
when
go.
we want to say it.
We gonna break them off
Hey,
something.
man, you already know that Master P will forever, ever hit hard.
Man, that shit
Forever.
always snaps, dog.
Always. I'm
No
your
matter
host,
what
Dante. You already know, boy.
What part of the club? What part where you done went from Young Dolph to Boss Man D-Lo? You can always bring it back with that Master P.
Always. It's gonna always hit. Every
break 'em off
time,
some.
bro.
Let's
What's
go.
happening, fellas? How y'all doing today, man? Long work week over?
Long work week over, and you know what I say? No excuses. Play like a champion.
And how do you respond,
work.
Ren?
In the podcast,
Why in the world would we play like a champion when we can be champion?
you can't be a champion unless you play like one.
Hey, but before we get started, bro, I got to give you props on that hat, bro.
Yeah.
I'm
You know
loving
what
that
it is.
hat, bro.
You know what it is.
I already know.
what it is.
That
Representing
Kelly-
them
that's that Kelly
Niners
Green.
all
You know what it
day,
is.
bro.
Is that Kelly Green?
I gotta thank G for this hat, man. I went and caught about 6 of them boys with that bread. You know what I'm saying? With that $100.
Thanks to them Ravens beating the shit out them Cowboys.
Dog and the Cowboys. That's you.
Hey,
I don't
man.
know why he made that bet, but you know.
That was before the
Appreciate you.
season started. Before we seen what this running defense was gonna look like. It's all right. It's all right. I get it back.
Hey, but we
But
definitely.
bottom.lb, I get it back.
Hey, we definitely got a lot of NFL to talk about, man. Devontae Adams, you know, we got the Big D Energy Report, the Bang Bang Report coming up. Got a whole lot on deck, man, but we got to go backwards before we go forward.
Yeah, because he didn't play like a champion last week, Tuesday. So we got to give him his opportunity to make his feelings known.
You already know. You already know. But so we got to start in Tuscaloosa, bro. And that mean I got to start
Roll
with you, G.
Tide.
Because your Tide did roll, bro.
Roll
Well,
Tide.
they tried to give it away, but they did end up rolling, getting the victory.
Let me go ahead like I did last. I'm not going to sing it, but I'm going to say the word so you understand where we come from. Now, you know that the words say, go teach the Bulldogs to behave. It'll say something about sending them Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets to his watery grave. But the next words is, if a man starts to weaken, it's a shame. We started to weaken a little bit in that second half. But guess what? Bama's pluck and grit have writ her name in crimson flame. Fight on, fight on, fight on, men. And that's what we did.
So what's your takeaway, bro, from the game, man?
I just laid it out to
Overall,
you.
bro.
First half, total domination. Jalen Milroe was decisive with the running. He was what I told you the week before when we did our preview, right? What did I say? Jalen has to hit those intermediate throws. We're not going to long bomb Georgia to death, right? And he hit a couple throws down the
I
stretch of
about
the
to say,
game in the second half. But see, that's how that opens up. You just can't, first half, bomb. You know what I'm saying? And eliminate what happens in the 10 to 15 yard range. You know what I'm saying? In the 5 yard range, getting the balls to playmakers. Kendrick Law, getting it to your running backs, getting it to your tight end. And so we saw that. And then we saw that in the second half, much credit is due to Georgia and Carson Beck. You was giving him hell during the game.
'Cause he
but
garbage,
I kept
but-
telling you the boy can play. I ain't saying he know, he ain't no
It was at him.
Joe Burrow or nothing
It
like
was
that.
at him. They got him off his spot. They got him off his spot.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Which
They got
I
him
told
off his
y'all,
spot.
this is a weakness. You get any kind of pressure on him, he is garbage.
Well, there's a lot of quarterbacks you get them off their spot. They ain't about shit.
But my thing is, go ahead. I'll
let me
get to me
finish
in a
my-
minute.
let me
Go
finish
ahead
my
with your point, dog.
He caught a rhythm. They kept us on the field with 5 fourth down conversions. Some of them was, a couple penalties, but to give them their credit, they were converting. I think Trevor Etienne, he had that first one that they converted, which was a for sure tackle, which was a for sure turnover. He made Overton miss in the backfield, and then they just kept the ball until they got to where they tired our defense out. Plus the stupid
Coaching.
play calling. not running the ball with your running backs. And maybe
Why
that
you
was,
in the hurry up still?
and they were running the RPOs, right? Or, some of that option running game. But, I was listening to some radio heads today saying that was more on Jalen than the calls because he had the option to give. He was, that ride and decide, right? So if you're supposed to read the defensive end, when you go back and look at the film, the defensive end was staying wide and Jalen wasn't just giving the ball to the running back up the gut. So,
bad coach in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Still on, they had the foot to the pedal to the metal. Should have bagged that thing up.
Back it up.
You know what I'm saying?
Slow it down, bro. It's
You
like
hiking the ball with 15 seconds left on the play
Right.
clock. Doesn't equate to high IQ football.
Today's coaching is really starting to bother me in college and the pros. When we first went to this, the spread and throwing left and right to
Bubble
get the ball
screens
to get the ball to playmakers on the edge and stuff, or receivers and running backs and stuff on the edge and all, and this the receivers trying to block on the. It was okay. It was new because it was
just
fast,
part of the game, right?
And it was what I'm saying. But now
the entire game.
now it is so overused, and to me it makes for a soft. It makes the game soft to me. It really makes the game soft to me, and we're not going vertical enough in the game. And then, lo and behold, once we start seeing some teams actually throw the ball vertical, it's like a revelation all of a sudden. So it really came down to just poor coaching. They should have been running the ball. They should have been running the air out of the ball. Once they got up and they still would have been effective because the running game couldn't be stopped. Georgia didn't have nothing for the running game really all game, if you ask me. So I just think going to that soft, hitting the edge and all of that stuff, man, just line up and run the ball. You were doing it well all game, but I just hate to see it on the college level and the pro level. It's bothering me.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's just looking at it, it's clear Bama was the better team. Final score notwithstanding.
Early.
Take away the bad coaching, that's a blowout. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Beck threw a couple up. Okay, fine. He just not that to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Georgia's all that really. I think they were living off their previous success this year, where they don't have the same caliber of talent that they normally have. I just don't see it. You know what I'm saying? Offensive, I'm talking about the trenches, offensive and defensive line. They're not that. They may turn into that. Some of these dudes a couple years from now, but everybody who was expecting that this year, they're not that, and this QB not that. He getting the hype from what Georgia was. You know what I'm saying? So coming into the year, of course, Georgia, I get it. He not that good, bro. He's just not that good, bro.
The hype ain't gonna come from us because we beat Georgia's butt.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I just think I'm not saying I'm just saying from the national media, they just gave Georgia the hype based on Georgia's previous success.
And the one win they got, sports fans, is when we
they could have lost to Kentucky.
We lost Jamison Williamson and Mechie the game before, so don't forget that.
And I don't fully, you've heard me say I don't fully go into that Beck's not good or Beck's not that good or Georgia's not that good. I think Kirby Smart had a brain fart in the first half too. He didn't call a good ball game in the first half. I saw him running. The thing that we kept saying about Beck, was that getting him off his spot really bothers. I know we can say that about a lot of quarterbacks, but he is definitely in my opinion, he's a good pocket quarterback. In the first half, they were rolling him out and letting him throw on the move. So you second guessing yourself. You know what I'm saying? You second guessing your coaching, or your style of play.
But I think it's because
he in a statue.
But I think it's because he don't feel
that's not his throwing.
But I think it's because he know that line against a real team is not that good.
Well, Bama's returning players are defensive players, linebackers and linemen. It showed, you know what I'm saying, because they were collapsing Georgia in the first half. Both teams returned. I said that last week. Both teams returned about 17. I think Bama returned 17 players, Georgia 16. But the linebackers and linemen showed up.
Georgia will lose at least one more game. I guarantee
You
it.
think so?
I guarantee
Well,
it.
nevertheless, man,
Guaranteed.
it was a great game.
It was. It was a good game to watch. It was
a
entertaining.
great game.
It was entertaining.
Great game. Georgia's comeback, and
was-
you know I'm gonna give
It wasn't
Georgia
a great game. It was an entertaining game.
I was about to say
It was a great game.
It was not a
It
great
was
game.
not a great game.
Absolutely,
It was not
it was a great game.
No, it wasn't.
It was a great game.
It was
Yeah.
entertaining. It wasn't a great. We was barely watching it for a while in the
We
first.
were,
We were just we were talking and
You
eating
was-
pizza
that
and
was you.
we were chilling. You
We
know
was
what I'm saying?
watching.
Because we were like, this shit over. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't say such things.
And then
I didn't utter such things.
We was eating wings and pizza, bro.
And then you sent the picture out. Then butt cheeks got clenched.
Clint.
But
I was never
a
worried.
whole nother focus.
I
on
was
the
never
game.
worried.
Oh,
I knew
my
we
God.
was gonna respond. I knew we was gonna
Bro, I was
respond.
there, bro. Bullshit.
Only thing
Bullshit.
I would, man. I know he
did,
bullshit.
was I throwing my hat down?
Bullshit.
Was I kicking my feet up?
Dog, they got so goddamn quiet.
No, we was not.
My wife was like, "Oh, y'all was making a lot of noise. Now it's quiet."
The picture said it all. The picture says it all.
Said it all, bro.
The picture said it all.
My wife and DJ wife was like, "Y'all got quiet, quiet as hell, dog."
Georgia made a great comeback. Of course, we're not going to be cheering. They had it was a great comeback by Georgia, which made it a great game.
No, it was not a great game.
You saw electrifying plays on both sides.
That's entertainment. Exactly.
But
It was
the
entertainment.
game was great because there was a comeback and then it was a back and forth in the last 3 minutes. What are you talking
To
about?
me, there's a difference between a great game and an entertaining game. That game was entertaining. Yeah, it was. Georgia played like shit in the first half. Y'all
Bama
played
played-
like shit in the second half. It wasn't a great game.
That's
you know
a
what I'm saying?
great-
It was
if-
entertaining as hell.
If there can be certain things, two things can be true. There can be where one team is playing dominantly in the first half, the other team is playing great in the second half. If there is a comeback, not a Dallas Cowboy-esque, we're getting it close and then the game is over.
That's exactly what happened.
For the last,
Georgia was winning.
For the
they
last-
were leading the game with
the-
2 minutes left on the clock.
For the last
tackling.
15 to 20 years, when there's a great college football game, what do we say? Instant classic. And nobody's saying that about this.
Yes, they are.
No, they
yes,
aren't.
they are.
Nobody's
saying
that.
There was 11 million eyeballs on that
Well, it's
game.
not no instant classic, bro. Instant
no.
classics are games to me.
Well-
Those kind of games to me are games that are competitive
Let's talk
throughout
about
the game.
catch then. Let's talk about the catch.
Yeah, boy.
The catch and run.
Now that
Where
one,
would you rate the catch and run?
you talking about on
Right.
a scale of 1
Hollywood.
to 10? I make it I give it a 7. I give it a 7. A
Seven?
solid 7.
What would you rate it? I know you don't.
6, 7.
No, I give it better than a 7. I give it a good 8.
Yeah, the tackling was ass, but
Ex-
the moves he made was
That's what made the tackling
yeah.
ass.
So
I've been noticing that he tends to do that on the edge. He tends to use that spin move or whatever.
He got he
he got-
herky jerky now.
yeah,
he got
he-
the skates.
he got some
He-
brains.
he's
He got some- he-
Because you saw that catch that he made with his back to the defender.
he's special.
He shook the dude with
Yeah.
his back to him, turned around, shook him again.
Like I said, I'm not
boy
an
can
Alabama hater. I'm an Alabama fan hater.
I've
I'm
been
not
paying
Alabama
attention.
hater.
I've been
The boy
paying
got
attention to
talent.
him.
You know what I'm saying? So
Why you
I
hate
hate obnoxious Alabama fans. That's
He's
what I hate.
You know, Anthony, you got those everywhere. Y'all are
It was a good
obnoxious
play.
49er fans. So I hate y'all.
It was a good play. You know, it definitely
It was a nice play.
It definitely broke the game.
Yeah, it was a nice play.
I'm going to say this. This was
Sealed the
not
game.
The catch. You've seen better catches. We're just talking about college, right? I'm just talking about college. Catch and run with the moves. I haven't seen a better catch and run since Randy Moss and back in Marshall. I had to go back and look.
I would say I'd have to go look.
I had to go back and look, but
I couldn't dispute it or
Right.
say yay or nay without going back
no
and
other
looking.
catch and runs. Now Randy Moss's is here. Like
Yeah.
that catch against Marshall where he caught that little slant,
When he was at Marshall.
spent
yeah.
on dude.
Yeah. It was nice.
Hurdled the guy.
Yeah, that was nice.
Stiff armed the guy and then
Yeah.
ran past the rest of them like he did everything on one catch and run.
Yeah.
This one was, the ability to have body control midair, and then when you come down, you're really doing a 360 in the air when you land. Get momentum, know exactly where you are on the field, speed up, and then slow down to make, well, he didn't slow down until after the spin move. The little spin move made two dudes kiss. to Georgia.
It was a nice play.
It was a good play.
It was a good play.
So I'm saying it's right. It's not right. I'm not saying it's like 1A and 1B.
No, it's one of them ones where in the
it's
moment.
one of them ones.
Right, we were sitting there watching it. We was all like, damn.
It's vile.
Yeah,
It's vile.
Yeah, it was nice.
It was a good play.
Then the speed off, like, because when he came out the spin move, the dude number 4 was on him. So he kind of dead legged him and then sped past him.
It was nice.
It made me think of people like Peter Warwick.
Yeah.
Who else was a dynamic receiver like that?
Make you miss kind of dudes. Yeah. No doubt.
You had to kind of think back.
You got to think on it. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the ones that just you have to really think on that.
Shout out to Hollywood Williams.
Oh yeah, nice play.
Did y'all know that he was
for a freshman? 17.
Did y'all know that he was 17 years old?
17, yeah, he's special. Don't get me wrong. I think he will be special. You know what I'm saying? Well, hell, he is special, but
it was a good play.
He definitely gonna be good. But I guess my question is, Ren, was that performance good enough to make them number 1 in the AP? Because they jumped from 4 to 1.
Hell no, man. I don't. Well, I do get it. It's the only thing that makes sense to me is just the entertainment value, the obsession with having the same schools, top leaderboards for the eyeballs, for the money aspect. I guess to keep attention on it. But to see Bama leapfrog to number 1, it seemed to me it would have made sense for them to take number 2 from Georgia, but to leapfrog Texas, who hasn't lost a game, who's been dominating everybody they play, who has a top 10 win just like Bama does, has an SEC win just like Bama does. I just didn't see the sense in them going all the way, going 3 spots. It just doesn't make sense. And for neither team to have a loss, and for us to we just saw Georgia struggle bus with Kentucky. We just saw that. Then we see them getting their ass blowed out in the first half against Bama. It seems like the Georgia win should have lost some, other than them being number 2. It seemed like the win should have lost a little sparkle. You know what I'm saying? Should have came down just a little bit, but definitely shouldn't have boosted them enough to take over Texas. That's all I'm saying.
You must be
crazy. It just didn't make sense to me.
You must be crazy.
And then for you, Lamar Hodge, Mario, and other people to say it don't matter this early. What if it don't matter? Lead Texas number 1.
But that case Ohio State will be number 1.
Right.
They got leapfrogged already. Right.
First and foremost, you're only talking about the AP rankings because
the coaches
poll have Texas number 1.
Okay, right. Well, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the AP poll. I am talking about the AP poll.
But that's why I'm saying it don't matter.
It don't matter. The poll is the poll. They have their criteria. It's undoubtedly the best win up to this point is Alabama's. Would you dispute that? Quiet.
You can't.
It can't be quiet. Would you dispute that? They have the better win.
Because neither one of y'all thought Michigan was shit when they played.
And still to this day, even though they rank number 10 in both polls,
Michigan.
Mm-hmm. They have a literal running back playing quarterback.
So I mean, all you can go by. I've always said with college football, it's always going to be to me who you played.
Right.
Because that's all that matters in the end to me. You know what I'm saying? And like if you beating up on Middle Tennessee State and all, that's fine. But
and some of it is reputation. Some of it is reputation. But that's just human bias.
At the end of the day,
and that's always been
and there's a money aspect that's going to like you said, it's going to always be a part of it.
That's always been a part of it, though. That's always been a part of it.
That's just it's going to be there. You know what I'm saying?
Part of it.
When I heard the words, it don't matter this early, over and over and over. That was just my first thought was, okay, well, if it don't matter.
And to me, it doesn't matter because of the new format.
The reason
the ones who win their conference champ are going to be there in the end anyway. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Where they're going to be ranked, they're going to get the buy.
And the reason they're saying that is because you got this like you just flabbergasted take that there's no way Alabama could be ranked number 1. Like it's beyond the pale. And
they got the best SEC win so far. I mean,
they have the best.
Now, if you can dispute that, you give me a dispute something on that, then I'll listen. Right. But who has Texas beat? They beat Michigan,
Right.
who you
Now,
said
when
wasn't that good.
When we get further into the
I
season,
hear what you're saying, and you downplaying Michigan and
But
saying
you downplayed them like 3 weeks ago. You said they were shit.
all I'm
Trash.
saying-
Trash, I
all
believe
I'm-
you said. I think you said
didn't
ass.
I didn't call them ass. I didn't call them ass.
We got
I
it
didn't
on
call
tape.
them-
It's on tape.
We can go back. You won't see it.
We got it
You-
on tape.
We won't see it. All I said.
They only scored 18 versus Fresno State. Oh, I remember.
that's
I
exactly what you
remember.
said.
What? Listen.
Listen,
I'm just saying.
Both wins. Both teams have a top 10 win, and both teams have a SEC.
One
win.
team has a top 5 wins,
Right.
a top 2 win. They beat the second ranked team in the
Right.
country, who was ranked number 1, and it was only because of
a top two team that struggle bus didn't put but how many what was it what was the final score in the Kentucky game 17-15
13-12.
wow
And Michigan barely beat Fresno
Wow.
State 21-18.
Wow.
So what are we talking about?
wow
A Michigan team you said at the time
and
was
then
garbage.
and then what was the score at the end of the first half?
Kentucky just beat
And
Ole
I
Miss,
believe you were the one.
sixth-ranked team
And
in
then
the
he
country.
say they would beat them by 21 plus before that game. You said that's how bad you
Listen,
thought
man,
Michigan was.
Who I said
Texas. You said they was gonna slaughter them.
no I said it was 14
Oh, okay.
Again, it's not. It really
14.
doesn't matter.
I said
But
two touchdowns.
you know what I'm saying? It's being with your nose in the air, like just
If it doesn't
being
matter,
totally bothered
if it
by
doesn't
it
matter,
is
If
just
it-
doesn't make sense. Why you
if-
feel that way?
If it
does
doesn't
make sense
If it doesn't matter
because
early,
you a Bama hater.
If it doesn't matter,
I ain't
early,
never met somebody that went to Bama that hate Bama like you do.
Yeah, that's odd, dog.
Hey,
That's odd as hell, dog.
You went to
That shit
Bama.
odd as hell,
you went,
dog.
you stayed at Payton Hall. You stayed at
Yeah, that's odd, dog.
No, where you
I
stayed?
stayed at Burt.
Burt. You stayed at Burt. You stayed at Rose Towers. Hose Towers
that-
back in the 12.
Yeah, that's odd as hell, dog. That's really
you
odd.
was up in junior.
I can explain it.
Oh,
Let
okay.
me explain it.
Oh,
you
I-
was smashing
I- I
women up
real
in junior
quick. Hey, let him
time.
explain it real quick, because I kind of want to know, dog, like how you hate Bama and went to Bama.
Okay.
Because Florida been trash.
So
That's why.
okay, so when you growing up in Birmingham, you're gonna have some love for Bama because you know cats.
You stayed in the shadow of
Right.
Legion Field.
You know some cats that leave Birmingham and go play for Bama. Namely, Papa Cherry. Papa Cherry was in my neighborhood. I played ball with him on dirt courts. I played ball with him at the
That's
rec.
David Palmer for those that don't
David
know.
Palmer. We watched him growing up. So I rooted for Bama back then for sure, but I was a Gator fan. I started out being a Gator fan just because I like the colors. I like the orange and blue colors. Then you grow up, you start learning your players and learning your team. And then once Spurrier got a hold to them boys, it was just a love fest on that style of play.
I didn't know him before then.
Now, when I went to Bama, the thing that turned me off from rooting for Bama was I used to wear my Gator hat on campus. I went to class one day. What class was that? It was one of my computer classes. And working in lab, I got up to go to the printer to get what I was printing. I had taken my hat off and put it by my computer. When I came back, my hat was gone.
That wasn't smart, people.
This dude, don't matter. I don't think
White guy.
There you go. I was about to say I don't think his race
A white
matters.
dude.
I don't
Right.
think his race matters. But he had said something early in the class when we were seating. He was like, "Oh man, you got the wrong hat on, don't you?" I was like, "No, man, I'm a Bama. I'm a Gator fan, man. You know what I'm saying? I root for Bama too, but I'm a Gator fan." But that cat took my hat and left the class, and I never saw him again. But
He dropped the class to
if
get
you
a
ever
joy.
see him,
if
right.
I had ever seen him again, it
What
would've
about
been
right
on-
now?
it
What
would've
about
been
today?
On site, on site. So
Hey, Greg,
so,
that dude dropped the class to steal your shit.
so
he unenrolled.
So that incident at
Oh.
school.
Yeah, then roll.
I had another incident. At one of the.
Man, you can't be on campus wearing no damn gator hat, man. I'm sorry.
And expect nothing to
During
happen.
that time,
I had another.
this had to be
incident.
93, 94 when they probably beat us in the SEC championship game.
I had another.
you violated.
Yeah.
I had another
Yeah.
incident leaving one of the bonfires that I
Wearing your
didn't
Gator
like.
gear.
I didn't have on any Gator
Oh.
gear. It was just some crazy shit. And then finally, over the last few years of Saban, when he was always snitching and telling on, other teams to get their best players off the field. I couldn't stand that. He was doing that, 3-4 games a year. Getting some of the best players taken out when they play Bama. I just thought that was weak. So that's when I really just
This man-
turned it completely
This
off.
man said he a Crip in a damn blood neighborhood wearing his blues, rocking his blues,
That was
Not,
sea walking.
not smart people.
sea walking,
That
in
was
the,
saying, man.
sea walking on them pyros.
Yeah, I believe you deserve to get that hat taken, dog.
Yeah, you deserve
You
it.
really did.
Anyway,
But
that's what it is.
so since Bama's number one now, we figured we get into this top 12. Since we about 4 games in now, 4 or 5, depending on who your team is. Who you 12? Who you got winning the SEC? Of course, we know the conference champions get the buys or whatever. Who you got winning the SEC, bro?
Man, I got Bama, big Bama, all day. I don't give a piss. Blitz, Bama, blitz. My top, I got Bama winning the SEC, Ohio State winning the Big
Big
Ten.
10,
I have Miami winning the ACC,
Big 12.
and I got
Will you say it? Will he say it?
Iowa State.
Okay.
Cam Rising just won't stay here. Stay healthy, man.
Nah, he won't, man.
He
Been there
will not
12
stay
years.
healthy.
Will not
I
stay
had to
healthy,
go
bro.
Iowa State, and then I got the Group of 5 champion. I'm gonna go with a surprise, man. Even though I do like that boy Ashton Genty, that man got almost 1,000 yards in what 4 games.
Who you
James
got?
Madison,
Ooh.
JMU. They may shock the world. That's just a dark horse. I'm gonna say that's my dark horse. But Boise State in the driver's seat right now.
No, actually, UNLV is, but they got
Well,
troubles.
they got
got troubles. Right, they got troubles right
I
now.
don't see them in.
You agree, Jerry? You got any discrepancies with that?
I got Texas number one.
Okay.
I think I like Manning. I like what Manning can do to anybody's secondary. Anybody's secondary, especially teams that got weak ass secondaries. So I got Texas number one.
Okay.
Ohio State 2. Miami 3. And I got BYU 4, but
The Cougars.
I could have went
Them
Iowa
Cougars.
State, but I went BYU. Bama 5, Tennessee 6, Georgia 7, Oregon 8, LSU 9, Notre Dame 10, Boise State.
Notre
I
Dame.
didn't know we was doing all 12.
Oh, you didn't. Oh, I went.
I thought you was talking about the conference champions. But go ahead.
Well,
I did.
okay. Well, my last conference champion is Boise. I got Boise.
You got them as a group of 5.
Yeah,
Group of 5.
I got Boise.
All right, so I already gave my conference champions the top 4 seeds. Let me go UGA at 5, Texas at 6, Tennessee at 7, Oregon at 8, Penn State 9, Clemson 10, Ole Miss, and I got Boise State, but I want to say James Madison with the dark horse Group of 5 championship.
Yeah, that one's gonna be tough. man.
Michigan,
Yeah, that group of 5, man, it can go any kind of way, man.
I got
like
Michigan.
Old
12.
Dominion.
Liberty. You know what I'm saying? It could be Liberty. You know what I'm saying? It
I
could
got
be
Michigan at 12.
that could go a whole lot. The only one, of course, Miami gonna win the ACC. I don't.
Oh, you ain't got Florida State no more?
Them boys so
You finally off the Florida State bandwagon, dog.
Florida State so
You finally came to the realization that they just
They ass, dog.
Shout out to my boy Leo and them Florida Seminoles.
them
We'll
Florida
say
State.
at least we'll beat the
Cherokees,
Gators. We'll beat the Gators.
Y'all are not the
That's all that
Seminoles,
matters.
no more.
We'll
Y'all
beat the
are
Gators. You know what I'm saying? Ohio State.
That's this year. That's squad, dog. That shit is not happening. Not this year.
What y'all gonna call
And
them?
y'all on a nice little winning streak against them, but y'all not.
I know this shit, man. That
They
shit
need to
looking
rename
bad.
that the Ass Bowl.
It's looking bad for us, man, this year for reil.
Woo, two
Of
ass
course,
teams.
Ohio State. Like I said, ACC, Miami, Ohio State.
Who you got winning? Who you got winning SEC?
Man, I'm gonna have to go Texas too, bro.
Texas.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Texas. I think they better than Bama. I really do. I think they better. Big 12. That's a hard one for me, man. Iowa State seemed like the way to go with that one, man. I'm trying to believe in Prime, but I can't, dog. I can't quite get there. You know what I'm saying? That was a nice victory the other day. You know what I'm saying?
They got
But
to show me.
They got to show me
They
beat
got to
somebody
be
a
from
little
Missouri.
bit better.
They got to show me.
Yeah, they got to show me a little bit more too. He's still out there playing Madden a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
No, I hate to say it, but if my Gators beat Central Florida, that's Central Florida win.
Right.
That's Central Florida win.
Right.
Shit, we played them this.
So I'm gonna go Iowa State too. That's kind of by default, man. When it comes to those conferences, it's kind of by default, though. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Bama will still be in the mix. They'll get in. I think Tennessee gets in. I think they're good enough to get in as well. Clemson, yeah, just based on their schedule, I think they get in. The one I'm having a hard time because I'm having a hard time with the Notre Dame one, but I'm not seeing a way at this point where they don't get in. Because first of all, they want them in. That's the biggest thing. They want them in. You know what I'm saying?
No
And
doubt.
I'm looking at the schedule and I'm like,
That's why I put them on my list. I don't see.
yeah, it's hard for me to see how they don't get in. You know what I'm saying? It's because they want them in. Oregon, I think, makes it.
Oregon,
Yeah, they make it.
Michigan.
I'm waiting on Penn State to drop 2 in a row.
It's coming. I got them in there.
It's coming. I got them in there too, dog. But part of me is like James
I don't
Franklin
even know why I got them in there.
because now with it being 12
With it
teams,
being 12 teams, somebody got to get in.
even with a loss or 2, they still might make it. You know what I'm saying?
Who do y'all think is better, Penn State or Michigan?
I'm gonna go with
Penn State. Yeah, just because of the quarterback play. Penn State does have a quarterback, so I give them the edge because they got quarterback
You can't
play.
win the way that they win it, man. You don't run up
They
on it.
just running the ball.
That's all,
running the
dog.
ball, man.
That's all. And running bubble screens. You can't keep winning like that.
That
dog.
ain't gonna be.
You can't win like that, dog. So
Once Ohio State crushed their ass, and who else they got left on their schedule? They got some more people.
yeah, they definitely gonna lose that one. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where Michigan will fall off at some point. It just hadn't caught up to them yet, but they will fall off here in a minute. I see it coming. I think they play Washington this week. That's probably an L because Washington can score points.
Let's go, Washington. Get these boys
So
up
that'll
out
get them pretty much up
Get
out of
these
there.
pretenders
you know what
up
I'm
out of here.
saying? Yeah,
I'm going for all people that's pretenders to get up out of here.
I think that pretty much will do them in.
Get them on up out of there.
Yeah, I think they done, man. But go ahead, bro.
Who you didn't have? Did you have LSU?
No,
In?
no, I
You don't have LSU in either.
Nah, they.
not a believer.
You got Ole Miss.
I got old.
You got Ole Miss in, and what was your other SEC team in?
Tennessee, and it is Ole Miss though.
Ole Miss too. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm shaky on them though after that last performance because to me they could lose at South Carolina. They could lose to South Carolina this week.
Well, we'll see.
We about to find out. Yeah,
Got to
'cause
have
to
some
me,
pretenders moved up out this weekend.
and it's some things gonna shake up this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Because they could definitely lose. Michigan could lose this week.
Absolutely.
It was somebody else I was looking at that might lose.
That's what we should. Hey, this pretender.
Hey, you want to call ups? Any upsets you want to call this Saturday?
Shake up Saturday right here.
Because we got Texas at Oklahoma. Anybody want to take Oklahoma? Nope.
No.
Nah,
Alabama Vandy? Nope.
nah,
Ohio State Iowa?
nah.
Nah.
It's gonna be Iowa.
Tennessee at Arkansas?
Hey, you better bet the under.
Every
Bet the
time.
under.
If it's anything over 36 points, bet it.
Bet the under.
Bet the under.
I ain't impressed with Will Howard anyway. At
Nah,
Ohio State.
me either.
I wasn't impressed with him when he was at Kansas. What is that? Kansas State or Mississippi State?
Thought it was Kansas State.
That was Will Rogers was at Mississippi
Yeah,
State.
yeah. What about Tennessee at Arkansas?
Tennessee.
Georgia,
Arkansas was
Auburn.
trash.
Auburn.
Georgia,
trash.
Auburn, y'all finna get the brakes beat off y'all.
Yeah.
Now I know y'all had a great recruiting weekend.
Yes, they
That's
did.
helping y'all out, helping
Yes,
y'all
they
feel
did.
better about your program. But after Saturday, back to the, into the doldrums of suicide watch you go.
Hey, but they did got a nice class going though. Oregon, Michigan State,
Oregon and Michigan State. Oregon should win that.
Penn State, UCLA.
Ooh. This might be the Penn State trip up there.
Could be the one, dog. Now this next one is really
Who
Missouri.
just recently beat UCLA though?
LSU.
Yeah. Yep. Now what about Missouri, Texas A&M?
Texas A&M finna get them boys up out of here.
You think? I think they might too, dog.
Texas
I really
A&M
do.
finna get them boys
I
up
think they
outta here.
might prove that this might prove to be Missouri's
They-
loss.
yeah.
This might be the first loss for them. I can see it. I can see it.
No, I'm gonna stick with Missouri on that.
Of course, I think Washington will beat Michigan. So I think that'll be Michigan's second loss. I think that'll pretty much do them in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ole Miss, South Carolina, like I say, Ole Miss should be on the upset alert because I think they could lose that
I
game.
think Ole Miss ekes it out. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be an uncomfortable game, but
It's a must win for them.
it's definitely a must win.
Yeah,
win.
must win.
They got some landmines. They got some explosive landmines to go.
Clemson at Florida State, we lose by 30. Shit crazy, dog.
By 30?
30. Easy. Hell, SMU, man, that garbage, man. But that's pretty much it for this weekend, man. For BYU at Arizona. We'll see what happens there. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. As far as anything that matters, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's pretty much it, bro. But let's switch gears, man, to the topic du jour in the NFL. That boy Devontae Adams won't out.
Out of there.
I was about to say Oakland, but out of Vegas.
Wants out of
He
Vegas.
wants out of Vegas, and Antonio Pierce likes it because he hitting like on Twitter and shit. So, Red,
Black guy.
who would he help the most?
My damn Niners. That's who he would help the most.
Damn, I wasn't expecting that.
He would help us the most.
I was not
Listen,
expecting
man.
that.
It'll be a cold day.
Why?
I'm on high alert now. I'm on high alert with everything I've been reading about McCaffrey. I'm on high alert. I'm on high alert with McCaffrey being out. This
So you
last
say
little-
just start chucking it around. Get him and start chucking it.
I'm saying no. Mason doing a hell of a job. Mason is filling in very nicely with our run game. I'm not worried, like we've been saying for the last every week. We're not worried about the offense, but we
So why add Devontae Adams?
because we've stalled out in the red zone
Okay.
a couple of times. Ayuk bullshitting. Ayuk tripping in practice.
Yeah, he off to a slow start.
He you know what I'm saying? He's off to a slow start. He's being non-compliant, and I know that's not a big deal thing with him.
Who was the
but-
boy that got all the money and went to the Redskins as a free agent at that time to D tackle and then wasn't shit after that? What was the boy name? Haynesworth. I hope it's not one of them situations where he got his paper, dog,
Well-
and now he finna bullshit. Dog.
Well, something is not right because that little scene at practice, I'm like, dude, what are you
that was
doing?
weird. It was just weird. Dog. To me, it wasn't a big deal, but it's one of those things where you're like, why?
But see,
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
not a big deal. But he obviously knows.
When you knew you were supposed to have.
You know what
on,
I'm saying?
right,
Like
right.
that's obviously one of coach's
Yeah.
things is to be uniform.
He wanted to butt heads with you that
You know
day
what I'm
for
saying?
some
So
reason. Yeah.
so you playing bad. So why would you be acting up in practice? You need to be there before practice catching
But
balls.
we'll say that
and
for
after.
the bang bang report. But go ahead, man.
So-
why Devontae Adams though?
Well, because I feel like if we can get Devontae Adams, I think we go. I think we can go less with some of our, and I use this word with Miami a lot, but we got some gimmicky plays too. You know what I'm saying? Because we have so much firepower when we hold. You know what I'm saying? There's only so many ways we can use Debo. I think if we get Devontae Adams, we can be more traditional, more powerhouse with our run, and we definitely got a go-to guy. I don't see him not catching some of these balls Ayuk is not catching. So whether it be Ayuk going in a package or whether it be going Debo going in
So
a
you
package.
be willing to get rid of Ayuk for him?
Yeah, I would. I would be willing to get rid of either
5 years
Ayuk.
younger. So basically, you saying Super Bowl or I don't give a damn.
Exactly.
Basically,
Because I feel like I'm worried about McCaffrey.
Okay.
If McCaffrey is not a piece of this puzzle, the Super Bowl
look a
is
little different.
harder.
Right, look a little
Especially
different.
with us waiting on defensive players to come around, and we know we got to make a defensive move too.
oh yeah, I got to.
I think Adams will be a power move. It'll help us out tremendously.
We
in the
not
red
opposed
zone.
to big moves. You know that from the past. We
Yeah.
not opposed to
Yeah,
it.
so I would love to see him. I would love to see him in a Niners
G, where you
uniform.
want to see him?
Well,
Where you think he should go?
my question is, where did it go wrong? I don't understand the rift between. I don't even know if it's really a rift because we've been hearing these Devontae Adams trade rumors for over a year and a half since Aaron Rodgers been in
When they got
in
rid
New
of
York.
Carr, I think that was the beginning of the end. You know what I'm saying? I think he went there. I think Carr was part of it, but the money was the biggest. But people don't talk about it. He went there because they were willing to pay him. So let's just get that out in the open.
Yeah.
But then Carr leaving too, and then you're stuck with no quarterback.
Right.
So now you're looking at it like,
and then you
I got
replace
my
him.
money, but
And
He
you
signed that.
replace
He
him
signed that deal. What in 2022? 5 years,
Right.
140.
right.
But it just
After this year, you
it's
got
just
2
a-
years left, but no guaranteed money after this
Yeah,
year.
it just seemed like he's known he didn't want to be there. Antonio Pierce is known he didn't want to be there. You know, when they got rid of Derek Carr last year, like I said, it's been going for. It's not just started. This is not something out the blue, but we don't know exactly if there's a rift or it's just that he doesn't want to be in Las Vegas anymore.
He was fine with Carr there, but I think once you get rid of Carr and then you replace him with Party Boy Jimmy G, that was it. Because Jimmy G
Porn
was never
star Jimmy.
Jimmy G was never healthy there. He's a
And you
party
go to
cat, and
Aiden O'Connell.
then you seeing his work ethic, and you seeing him be a party boy because
you're
that's his
partying.
problem in the NFL.
Hard
He's
to
just a
miss
party
you.
boy, and now you got Minshew.
A bunch of retreads.
Yeah.
Right.
And then he got the little show, the little wide receiver show. You know what I'm saying? He mic'd up, man.
And then to me, when
He
the coach
said,
says,
"I gotta get out of
I got people out here making business decisions," and then the next week, all of a sudden you hurt. So it's like, oh, was he talking about you?
Well, they said the ham. That's what I was trying to see. Was it? They said the hamstring.
They say it's real. I heard that too.
You know
That
what
it's a
I'm saying?
real thing. So
but
it's like,
to me, the Jets is the most likely place.
I keep
Because
hearing,
he
I'm
wants
hearing
to
that
be
too.
there, so it's probably going to be, even though he don't have a trade,
Or the Saints, they
a
say.
no trade clause or whatever. They probably going to try to, you know what I'm saying, get him
You
where
have
he
to,
want
because
to
if
be.
he don't want to be there, what good is he going to do?
that's the-
You know?
that's
Because ain't no team going to trade and then he just a 1 year rent, half a year rent.
That's the move I don't understand. Why are you gonna go follow? I mean, well,
dude that might not be
you're
there
gonna
next
fire Aaron Rodgers. You're gonna follow Aaron Rodgers because he's a better quarterback.
Right.
So that's number one. I get that, but he ain't gonna be there. This is probably his last year. You know what I'm saying? He getting his ass toe up back there trying to play with this line. So, and I don't think that's gonna change. He got sacked 5 times last game. He gonna be
With
getting.
Morgan
He gonna,
Moses, just one lineman gone. Morgan
Right.
Moses.
you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't understand that.
The
move.
move where he should want to go is in Fort Worth, Texas.
Oh my God.
With the
I knew
Dallas
that was
Cowboys.
coming. I knew that was.
I said that's where he want to go. That's my pie in the sky. That's where I
No
want to go.
balance. No balance. on
Yeah.
the team.
I think if y'all make that move, it is kind of.
But they ain't gonna make the move because
I
it's
don't think
fucking
so.
Jerry Jones.
Right, and if you couldn't afford $9 million for old boy,
Right.
how the hell you gonna afford 16?
What this tells me is that Jerry Jones is looking more about his books than he is about a Super Bowl. So
Yeah, especially this year. Like I said, I would understand it if y'all did it, but to me, it would be saying, you know what, we just not gonna be able to run the ball. We just
well, I don't even think it's that we can't run the ball. We've gotten into, you know what I'm saying? We're not a great running team. It's not that we can't run the ball
But I think
because
y'all-
we get good running yards.
But when it's 80-20, they're saying y'all don't want to. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, when you're down, especially in the last 2 games, when you're down as big as you were, then you can't run the ball.
What's the numbers on you? You talking cash ass shit right now. What's y'all numbers? What's the numbers on your running play? You talking about we can run the ball?
We can. Listen. I'm not. Again, I said I'm not saying that we're a great running team, but it's not that we just
I got you.
gonna get 1 yard
They're
a carry.
5th in passing yards, 270 yards per game. They're 32nd in rushing,
We're last.
75 yards.
All
per
right.
game.
Okay.
But again, that's
Total yards, they're 14th.
Yeah.
But majority of that was us being down so big in the previous two
The
games.
leading rusher is
I think
Rico Dowdle with 134 yards.
I think the majority of it is y'all can't run the fucking ball. That's the majority of it.
If we got into a situation
about being down, y'all can't run the ball because you signed Zeke back and you running with something.
that has something to do with it too.
McDowell from coming to America.
It's a difference in saying that you can't run the ball. Period.
He's
That
averaging
you can't
3.9
You can't run
yards
the
per
ball
carry.
because of the circumstances of the game,
Bro, 30
Majority of that
last
is.
in the fucking league means you can't run the ball, dog.
It does, but again, some of that is lends itself to being down big early in the game.
I agree, but when your leading rusher is at like 3.8, 3.9 yards per carry, that tells me too that you're probably not that good at it though.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
we know that. That's why we should go and try to.
That's what I'm saying. I understand that pie in the sky. That's why I said just chuck it. You're already throwing it 80% of the time anyway. Chuck it. You know what I'm saying?
That's right along with the Dallas thinking for the last few years. We can't run the ball. Let's throw it more. Okay.
I think it looks like he'll probably end. I think he'll end up.
Back, but let's get a receiver.
We had Tony Pollard. We was running the ball. We was getting yards. Tony Pollard and Zeke.
Tony Pollard.
You know, we
I think they just never.
Rushing
Yeah, I think with Dak, they just don't want to commit to that. You know what I'm saying? When you got a $55, $60 million quarterback,
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Get Devontae Adams, put the ball.
But I think he's gonna end up a Jet too. If I had to bet on it right now, I'd say Jets. It seemed like that's kind of where he want to be. You know what I'm saying? They say his list is them, then New Orleans. I think I heard with Derek Carr. Why the hell would you want to go back to Derek Carr? I don't know. But
the Saints are turning back into a pump. They
yeah, I don't think that's the move for them, man. You know what I'm saying? But I guess we'll see, man. You like I said, the 49er move, I don't see it happening. I just don't see us ponying up for him a second round pick in Ayuk when they just gave Ayuk $23 million.
Absolutely.
Up front. The owner gonna be like, hell no. I just gave this dude a $23 million check. I'm not doing that.
I would love to do it because he's a much better receiver.
No, I get that, but you wouldn't do it if you had just gave me $23 million. You know what I'm saying? Right. You're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not throwing $23 million and a second round pick out
the window.
I'm not about to do that.
Out the window.
Oh no, I wouldn't do a second round pick.
That's what they asked for.
Yeah,
I would do a third, but I'm saying, but if you going with,
but if now you go Ayuk and a fourth, I don't think I still would. It's 5-year age. But I'm torn because we gotta win now mode. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like Super Bowl or I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
on the Raiders, I'm gonna get a little bit more than just Ayuk and a second or a fourth round pick. You don't have to give me a couple.
What?
And Ayuk.
You crazy as hell. No.
Yeah, you got
for a wide receiver that's 5 years younger. You crazy as hell, dog. And he signed and he already got his deal. That's signed.
And does he want to go there?
And he telling you that he don't want to play.
It depends on if he want to go there.
That man of course he would want to go there. We got a
no. You talking about Ayuk?
We got a.
Or you talking about Adams wanting to go?
Adams.
We got a top 5 quarterback.
I think he would because he got a chance at Super Bowl. I think in the end that would matter. You know what I'm saying? My thing for the Raiders is would Ayuk be happy because he didn't want to play for the the shit that he talked. He didn't want to go to the Patriots. Right. He didn't want to go to the Steelers.
He's not a top 5 quarterback. Okay. Stop it.
All right.
Who's not?
Brock Purdy.
He is a top 5.
Stop it. So he's better than Lamar Jackson.
No.
He better than Josh Allen.
No.
He just better than Joe Burrow.
No.
He better than Patrick Mahomes.
No.
He better than Matt Stafford.
Yeah.
Man, stop. He better than Jordan Love.
Yeah. Y'all miss me with the Jordan Love shit, dog. Y'all can miss me with that bullshit right there based off 6 games. Y'all can kiss my ass on Jordan Love.
He better than C.J. Stroud.
Yeah. Right now, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, stop. Yeah. So Dak Prescott is a top 5 quarterback.
No, he's better than that.
Hell no. He better than that.
Get out of here.
And I said it with my chest. He's better than that.
Get out of here.
All right, let's take a look.
Get out of here.
He was better than Dak last year.
Right.
What are you talking about?
What are we talking about?
He ain't never been better than Dak.
You know we played 2 games.
Come on, dog. You know he better than that.
Let's move on to the next topic, man. Bengals versus Ravens. Let's go.
You want to bet on that game?
Hey, but we got big game showdown, man. And this next, man, we got some big games going on this week, man. We got to start with the Ravens and the Bills. I mean, the Ravens and the Bengals, man. Who you got and why, Greg?
I got the Ravens.
Okay.
I got the Ravens. The Bengals defense
awful.
Turnstile.
Ass, bro.
Derrick Henry is ramping up. Now he ain't gonna go for 200 yards probably.
Shit, he might.
But it's NFL. 1 week you smashing niggas, and the next week you barely getting by. That's how it
Plus,
is in
it's
NFL.
especially when it's a division
Right.
game.
It's
bro.
a division game. The Bengals in a must-win situation.
They
There's
are.
no way that they can go be 1-4.
Right.
If they 1-4,
It's over.
That's
It's
pretty much
over
a
for
wrap.
them. They're giving up 26 points a game.
Now, again, the Ravens they improving mode too. You know what I'm saying? Because they start out 0-2.
Got to follow it up.
They don't want to they don't want to fall
back
down
below.
2-3. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? They got to keep pace with the Steelers which right now the Steelers don't look like world beaters. But again, I think Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, that combination, they're still working out the kinks in their offense. They're gonna ground and pound them boys and probably hit some over the top plays.
Yeah.
Lam-
Now, Baltimore's pass defense ain't great either. So it could
had
be
been.
more scoring than people think in this game for real, man. Because like I said, I'm looking at it now. The Bengals giving up 145 yards per game on the ground. Man, Derrick Henry about to eat, dog.
He about to
He
eat.
about to eat, dog. I mean, really, they could have lost to Carolina. Carolina had a shot last week. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give it to you, Red, before I go, man. But I don't see how the Bengals win this game.
I think the Ravens have.
If the Bengals are for real. I mean, the Ravens are for real.
I think the Ravens have found their formula.
Yeah.
And their formula is run Derrick Henry, which we said at the beginning of the year, we were questioning why in the hell they weren't doing it.
Right.
I think they've made the adjustment and run the ball and play off of that. Definitely run him more than we run Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson was throwing to so many wide open receivers last game, and it was all because Derrick Henry was running. This Bengals defense is super ass.
Super.
They super ass. Now I know they raise their level of play in these big games. They do. But I think this run the ball formula is just gonna be too much.
I do too, because man, like I said, the Ravens are averaging 220 yards a game on the ground.
Yeah.
And like I said, you got Lamar where Lamar should be.
Yep.
Throwing it 18 to 20 times per game when you have to, based off the play action.
Yep.
That's where he should be living.
Yep.
That's what he is. He's not Brock Purdy.
And I said it the last
Throwing the ball.
I said it the last couple of
If you don't
shows.
sit your ass down.
He's
somewhere.
not Brock Purdy throwing the ball.
Exactly.
Brock Purdy is trash.
And I
Let's
said,
get that out of
oh
the way.
my God! And I said it.
Stop
I
it.
said the last couple of shows. I like Lamar's receivers are they're developed some receivers likely, and Zay are playing some ball.
But this is from my boy Broadnecks, your leading receiver, Isaiah Likely. How many games? 4 games. 167 yards. Second leading, Justice Hill, running back, 161 yards.
You know what he gonna say?
Zay Flower, 158 yards.
You know what he
so they
gonna
all
say?
around 40 yards per game.
You know what he gonna say?
What?
They ain't no top 20 receivers.
No, what they are not is giving your boy a chance to throw the ball 30 times per game.
Right.
We don't want you doing that anymore, sir. We saw what that looked like. We saw what that looks like.
That's not
you, sir.
That's not the formula.
For us to try to win a Super Bowl. Period, point blank. And that's not a shot at Lamar. That's just not who you are, sir. I'm sorry. You're not that dude. The whole let Russ cook, let Lamar cook. No, sir. Let's not let Lamar cook. Let's let Derek cook. Yep. And Lamar throw the ball 18 times, 20 times.
Less is more.
Yes, absolutely. And
less is more.
It's not taking nothing from Lamar. That's how this team can actually try to win a Super Bowl. It's the only way, bro. It's the only way I see it.
They definitely are a better team with the use and the threat of the running game. Derrick Henry don't have to have 150 yards. Right?
Nope.
But when you make that team load the box up,
yep,
it opens up the passing for Lamar, who can throw the ball. But he's not, you know what I'm saying, throw the ball, like you said, 30, 40 times a game. He can do that a game or two when he get hot.
Right.
But, you know what I'm saying, doing it on a game in, game out basis, that's not him.
Yeah.
Right.
He's dynamic with the passing when he's able to run, and the team is able to run.
Right. Especially when your defense this year is 28th against the pass.
Yeah. And you know, you know, you have to have a top 20. You do have to have good receivers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But people have won a Super Bowl with less talent as a receiver. When you got a all-pro tight end,
Right. Everybody act like tight ends aren't receivers.
Right.
That kills me, bro.
yeah, you done had Mark Andrews for years.
Right.
Now you got two of them.
Right.
Because the likely might be better now.
Right.
But they get exposed by not having a top elite receiver when
They don't run the
game
ball.
calls for Lamar to raise their level.
But that normally happens when they stop running the ball.
And he can't do it because he can't make all the throws.
Because what they did against the Chiefs made no sense whatsoever last year. I still don't understand what Todd Monken was doing.
Yep.
Why did you get away from who you were?
They stopped running.
You've been doing it all year.
But they ran about 15 times.
Right. Like, what are you doing, sir? Like, it's like you trying to
some of
prove a
those
point for Lamar.
And some of those
And you
were-
costing the team.
And some of those were from Lamar running the ball.
Right. So what are you doing?
They were in a feel good. It felt like they were in a
Prove he
feel
deserved
good
MVP.
Right.
They felt like they were
Proved
in a
it
feel good
MVP
space.
that he was
Yep.
I can go
Mahomes
throw
level.
for throw
He
with
got
Mahomes.
his confidence up. He can
Y'all
do
think that's what it was? You think that they really got in that booth and said, "This is what we finna do"?
I just think mentally they got away from. They got too happy with Lamar throwing the ball. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it was
now
a
the
conscious
Chiefs'
effort.
defense was pretty good.
They
against the
were.
run.
They were.
Pretty stout
but they
against
were pretty good against the pass.
Here's the thing with running though. You don't have to run the ball 17, 15, 20 yards a pop. You get them 2-3 yards. At some point, the dam will break as long as you're being consistent with it. You know what I'm saying? Or creating plays that are extensions of the running game.
They pulled the
Sweeps,
they
or
pulled the
swing
Kyle- they
passes,
pulled the Kyle
screen
Shanahan.
passes,
Right.
stuff like that, until you can open up the game. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
They pulled
Anybody
Kyle
taking the
Shanahan.
Bengals?
I got the Ravens in
No,
this one
man.
all the way.
I hate to say it, but I think I got. Well, I know I got the Ravens, but that does pretty much my pick in for goddamn Cincinnati in that damn division. Because they lose this game, it's pretty
Protect
much
your
over for 'em.
pick, bruh. That's what you want to do. Protect your pick.
But I,
No,
like
he
I say, I gotta be real with it though.
Taking his other pick.
I gotta be real with it though at this point. You know what I'm saying? I don't see it for this Bengal team, bro. The defense, I mean, the way the Redskins made that defense, not the Commanders, excuse
The
me.
Commanders.
Old head.
Yeah,
They'll always be the Redskins up in here.
finna
You know
get
what
us
I'm saying?
sued. You finna get us sued.
The Commanders. And I'm sorry if that offended anyone. You know
Hey,
what I'm saying?
I am.
But I will
Part
say this:
Black Creek.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Right. Should be getting a check.
I should be getting a check.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Bengals actually won. Though. I'm picking.
If they do, it's a shootout.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I got Joe
because
Burrow on my fantasy team,
Me
so I
too.
need him to put up some points.
I got to start him too.
He's a force multiplier. Joe Burrow is a force
So yeah,
multiplier.
you got Burrow.
Is he better
over
than
Lamar?
Lamar Jackson?
I would take Joe Burrow over Lamar Jackson in a heartbeat.
But is he
If-
a better
if-
quarterback?
That's crazy.
Hold on.
It's hard, dog.
Hold on.
Joe Burrow get a lot,
All things being equal, and they're both healthy
but see, you can't.
for a whole. Wait a minute. If they're both healthy for a whole season, I'm taking Joe Burrow all day long.
What you can't do is take away
The issue
Lamar's
with him.
ability to run.
Right.
Because he is a dynamic player. You know what I'm saying? You can't put him in the box to be, it's just passing. And this is what I've told Broadnex many a times. He has to improve his, it's not just being able to throw the ball with power or, you know what I'm saying, have, you know what I'm saying, a good deep ball. Throwing the ball requires you to be accurate, to be on time, and to anticipate where the defense is going to be in relation to your receiver, whether you're throwing them open,
That's what I was about
you know
to
what I'm
say.
saying, throttling them down in zone situations. That's what make you a great quarterback, a passing quarterback, and he don't have that consistently.
And he's
He can do it, but he's not consistent with doing it. You don't see that every game.
He's probably thrown somebody open before in a game, but I don't recall it. You know what I'm saying? That's something I consistently see.
I've seen it.
I've seen it. That's why I said you've seen it.
I said we probably
You can't
seen
picture it because you don't see it all the time.
Exactly, but I see
So you
these.
taking
I
Burrow
see
too?
these.
Again,
So if you're starting the team
Here's
today,
my problem
if
with
you're
Burrow.
starting the team today,
I would take Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
Here's my problem with Burrow. He's gotten a lot with that Super
that
Bowl
one
run.
run.
And I get tired of that. He's won
too.
the Super Bowl.
He been to a Super Bowl.
Okay, he
right.
had a good season. He had a good run.
Yeah.
He made it to the
Yeah, me
AFC
too,
Championship
bro.
another time.
Yeah, he living off that, bro.
It's simpler than that for me. Lamar Jackson is still a better runner of the football than he is a thrower. I like my quarterbacks to be able to throw the fucking football.
Okay, but here's the thing, though. You know what I'm saying? Lamar Jackson has 2 MVPs.
Right.
I don't give a damn about
And he
that.
had-
That's why I say who's the better player. Well, so it kind of depends on how you phrase the question,
right?
Because we know who's had the better career. It's Lamar.
Lamar has been the
They neck and
better
neck,
player.
man. Again, you got
Lamar
one
has
that's
been the better
But two
player.
MVPs, it ain't neck and neck.
Lamar has been the better player.
but one Super Bowl. You put the one Super Bowl up against the 2 MVPs.
Lamar has been the better
He
player,
lost the Super Bowl. He didn't win it.
but he's not the better quarterback. I'm sorry, he's not. He's not the better quarterback.
See, I have because quarterbacking now it does involve you being able to be mobile. Like we talked about it last week, right there. It's not too many.
The first
immobile
job
quarterbacks.
of the quarterback is to throw the ball.
Okay,
Lamar
So you're
Jackson
saying he's
is
got
a
2
better
MVPs
runner.
because he can just run?
He's got
Because
two,
he can throw. We just talked about it.
He's got
he got to be more consistent with those elements of passing.
Lamar Jackson has 2 MVPs because he is a dynamic runner, and his team that he's been an MVP.
So you say he don't deserve MVP?
No, I'm not saying that. He has deserved the MVP when he won it. But it's because he is a better runner than he is a thrower of the ball, and his team is set up to be a running team and lean on the defense over the past few years.
Well, I take issue with one. Yes, throwing the ball is
That's
you
the
say
number one
but
job
It's not though.
of the
number one
quarterback.
job of the quarterback is to win.
The number one job of the
Lamar
quarterback
does
is to
that at
throw
a
the
clip
ball.
even higher than Joe Burrow. No, the number one job is to win the game, bro. I'm sorry, that's
but
the
that-
number one job.
But
no matter how you get it done, the quarterback's job is to win the game.
So you're a QB wins guy.
I am, sir. Win the damn game, bro.
Winning is everybody's job on the team, not
Especially the
Winning
QB.
is everybody. No,
Who gets the credit and the blame first?
No,
winning is everybody's
winning is
job
everybody's
on the
job.
team.
No, that's your LeBron ass shit. I don't want to.
No,
you setting that up for LeBron later on in the NBA season. I don't want to hear that shit.
I ain't got nothing to do with it, man.
The
Y'all
quarterback.
done killed me.
I don't
with
wanna hear
this
that
LeBron
shit.
tape
I don't wanna hear that shit.
Get out of here. We ain't even talking about
But I know why you setting that take up. I don't even want to hear that shit.
I'm
but
not
anyway,
setting anything up. I've always felt that way. It can't be just the quarterback's main responsibility. What does that mean? Because in order to win, like Saban
because
always
we
says,
keep
it's
saying they have to be force multipliers. What does a force multiplier help you do? Win the damn game when you're not supposed to win.
Jackson is a force multiplier.
Y'all go.
Right.
Y'all,
That's my
y'all,
whole
He
point.
is a force multiplier.
Y'all, but
That's my
heads
point.
right now. But
He
both of
win
y'all-
the game.
Both of y'all pick Lamar, and I'm the only person that picked Joe Burrow. I picked Joe Burrow. I picked Joe Burrow.
I ain't picked
Lamar
nobody
Jackson.
yet.
Oh, who you pick?
I ain't picking nobody yet.
It's time to pick. Pick. Who you picking?
Right now, if I was starting a team, but see, to me, I can't take the health out of it. I would take Lamar because I can't trust Joe Burrow to be there the whole year. So for me, I can't take that part of it out of it. I want the dude that's probably going to be there most of the time. Yeah, Lamar's been hurt before, but Joe gets hurt a lot.
I'm picking Lamar because I see the potential of what he could be. He could be one of the most dominant. I've always seen the potential.
When did that start?
Because he's not that far away, man.
When
ain't
he
that
beat
far
the
away
brakes
from
off the
a great
Cowboys.
thrower. He's not. He's not. I've always said that. That's what I be
He's
getting
not
mad
that
at Brian
far-
next because I'm like, I'm
He's
not
not that
against
far
Lamar.
away from being a great thrower.
He's
Lamar?
not that far away. He's not that far away. He ain't that far off.
Man, please.
He ain't that far
I
off.
wouldn't go great. I can't go get. I can't get the great.
That's why.
Well,
yeah,
I'ma
you
take
used the
great
wrong
back.
word. Then
That's
yeah,
why I
Year
take
after-
great back.
Okay.
That's why
I'm gonna
year
say a
after
competent
year,
thrower of the
yeah.
football.
Yeah,
That's
I can go there. You know,
year after year,
I've
not
always
one
said all he
elite
has to be
receiver.
is Dak Prescott in with throwing the ball, throwing on time, throwing in windows, throwing guys open. If he gets to that level, he would be unstoppable. And I'm not saying Dak Prescott is the greatest thrower of the ball, but he ain't bad at it. So if he, and I've said this before, I said it to Brian Nash, he gets to a Prescottian level, a Brock Purdy level even.
I would take.
He get the Brock Purdy level. He pretty good.
Even with his
Brock Purdy.
chokeability
all day, every day.
Even with his chokeability in the
He better than
playoffs.
Brock Purdy. Throwing the ball.
Who?
Oh Jesus!
Who?
See, I can't talk to you. He talking about Lamar Jackson. Boy, man, get the hell out of here.
Brock Purdy
Man,
throwing the open
stop.
receivers all day,
Man,
every
we don't
day,
want to
man.
stop.
Let's stop.
We just saw Lamar.
See, the stats say something totally. See, this is the shit I be talking about. You know what I'm saying? He's got the least yak yards in the league this year, but leads second in the league in passing. Make it make sense. They arguments never make sense when it comes to Brock Purdy.
The arguments always make
No,
sense.
they don't. They never make
They
sense.
always
Let me
make
say
sense.
this.
They never make
So
sense.
I'm
Man, let's
clear.
move on.
Let
We
me
got
say
the Bills
this.
and Texans.
This is what let me say this so I can be clear on where I stand with Lamar Jackson. Even with his chokeability, I would take Dak Prescott before I take
Dang.
Lamar
You out
Jackson.
your mind.
You out your rabbit
You
ass
out your
on this
mind,
shit.
bro. You done bumped your damn head.
Nah, you done lost it on that.
You
one.
done bumped your damn head.
And now this coming from a dude who don't think Dak
this
is
is
great.
a Cowboys fan.
Yeah, but I'm
You done bumped your damn head, man.
dog.
Dak throws much better than that dude.
He
man.
does throw much better.
He
There you
throws
go.
better, but I'm taking Lamar over him.
I need my
quarterback.
quarterbacks to be able to throw and hit
I
targets.
need. I'm gonna move to Dante. I need my quarterbacks to be I can't even say that because Lamar Jackson loses, and when Dak Prescott loses too.
Right.
So all the hate
Right.
that Dak
Right.
Prescott get.
Well, he did get around further this time. You know what I'm saying?
One time.
He ain't getting his head bust.
Move on, man. We
Let's move on to them Bills at Texans, and I'll start this one off. Texans. I got the Texans.
I think I'm going Texans too.
I got the Texans. You know what I'm saying? I think this is the game. If they're who I said they're going to be and represent the
No,
NFC,
I'm going Bills. My bad.
they got to win this game. Ain't no way around. You're at home. I think you have the better team. I don't think Buffalo is as good as people think they are. When you look at their stats, their Josh Allen is carrying them a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I think that's really all they have for real. James Cook ain't great. Those receivers aren't Shakir, Keon Coleman, Dawson. What's his name? Dawson Knox at the tight end. No way. If they're who I think they are, there's no way Texans supposed to lose this game. I got the Texans by 10.
Let me go with the Bills to continue their dominant play other than the Ravens game.
You mean other than the only real team they played? Okay, go ahead.
Man, I'm so torn.
I got the Bills
Because you know who gonna-
because Josh Allen is that dude. I think C.J. Stroud is an excellent quarterback. I think Nico Collins is probably one of the best. After Justin Jefferson, he probably right behind him this year.
Oh, you're talking about this year? Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Nico Collins is their guy. Now they missing Tank Dell, but they may be able to throw in John Metchie. They got a lot of weapons. Stephon Diggs, his get back game. I think it's gonna be a close game, but I think the Bills pull it out. I think it's gonna be a game winning drive by Josh Allen with probably the worst wide receiving core out of the contenders in the NFL.
That's why they should not win this game.
I'm torn because the Texans have not looked like the Texans.
Not
last
yet,
year.
right?
And
Not
when I look at their offense, every game I'm seeing C.J. Stroud running to the right, all the way to the sideline, either throwing it away or trying to hit somebody, running to the right. I see that so much. So I'm looking at this line. Man, you know what? I'm gonna go Texans. The reason I'm gonna go Texans is because I think I like
Big
the
butts and a
Texans
cannot
coach.
lie.
I like the Texans coach better than I like the Bills coach.
Yeah, because for me, I'm trying to figure out what it is everybody loves so much about the Bills.
I'm gonna go.
Other than Josh Allen, what is it? Y'all love them.
Their
Explain
defense
it to
have
me.
been playing pretty good ball, but again, that may be a product of them having a kind of a soft schedule. I think that
30th against the run.
Ed Oliver's out. Von Miller got suspended, but I think it's going to be a back and forth game.
They 23rd passing the ball, 200 yards a game.
I'm gonna go Texans.
I think it's going to be
17th. They even average running the ball. 17th, below average running the ball. What is it people loving about this team other than Josh Allen?
I think I'm gonna go Texans. I think the coaching is gonna be the difference in this game.
Yeah, I can't see. Like I said, I can see Buffalo winning, but that means to me, Josh Allen really, really has a game. I mean, he got to be.
He's gonna have to have a game.
He got to have a game.
He got to be one. He got
to be on one. This week in order to win this game. If the Texans are what I think they are, then he should have. Right. This is the game for me where they need to be proving it. You're at home. You're supposed to win this game, dog. It's just no way around it. You're supposed to win this game. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, their defense hadn't been good either. So let me not front. They giving up 24 points a game, 23 and a half points a game. So they defense, but total yards per game, they're still fifth.
I'm going.
They're fourth
Miko.
against the pass. So I'm not seeing how Buffalo is supposed to win this game. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going Miko.
Yeah, and they're 13th.
I'm going Miko in this game.
They just, to me, all the numbers to me scream they're a better football team than the Bills. Everything I'm looking at screams that to me.
And you got to protect your pick, but go ahead.
Definitely has to protect his pick. He must protect his house.
Hey, let's roll into your segment, that Big D energy and your Dallas Cowboys.
It's watchers. Big D injury is what it is today.
Yeah, it is, bro. Y'all got some big injuries, dude, on that defensive line,
missing
bro.
a lot of people, man.
Don't bowl very well for y'all.
On top of Deron Bland being out, all year, which we're supposed to be getting him back in a few weeks. Hopefully, we get him back by the time we go to San Fran. It looks like we may be the game after that.
It won't matter.
Still, Micah could be out weeks. Hopefully. They say it ain't as bad. The high ankle sprain, they was thinking he may come back this week.
And
next week maybe.
And he trying.
But more than likely,
him throwing
San Fran.
Smoke screens. That's him throwing smoke screens.
More than likely, the San Fran game. D-Law on the injury reserve. He probably won't be back till December.
Yeah.
Brandon Cooks out with a knee injury. So that's,
y'all got problems, dog.
Trayvon Diggs, questionable.
Yeah.
Ankle injury. Kalen Carson, questionable.
Y'all might be the only team that's right there with us as far as them injuries go.
Man, do y'all meat watching ass dudes have any erect elite players?
Pause. She said that like a motherfucker. Pause.
Will y'all beat the Steelers? Is the question.
Steelers coming up, man. The question is, can we stop the physicality of Najee, the explosiveness of Warren, and the big playability of Justin Fields out of the pocket? I don't think so. We did allow the fewest total rushing yards last week of the NFL in any game this season. Fewest rush per attempt of anybody. But it was
the Giants starting running back.
It was the Giants, Devin Singletary.
Oh, okay.
So, that could be fluky Duke. Again, the Giants played other games too. So
yeah.
And then there's worse teams rushing than the Giants. So, but still, it was much improvement. They could have did less than that and still improved from the previous 2 weeks. But anyway, it was a good sign, but it was the Giants. I say Justin Fields been playing pretty good ball though.
He been all right.
They've been playing not to lose game management ball.
Yeah.
His completion percentage 71%.
This should have been
interceptions. 1 interception.
This should have been the shortest Dallas Cowboys segment ever. Is what this should have been with all the injuries on the Dallas Cowboys.
At least ain't as short as that hat. That hat looked mighty tight on your head.
It should have been.
Probably did you get the right fit? Did you get the right fit?
It should have been the shortest Dallas Cowboys.
But yeah, I got the Steelers winning, probably by a lot.
Damn, for real? Wow.
Mike Tomlin is about to run the ball so much in this game. It's going to be Justin Fields running the ball long. They're going to be running the ball left and right. The defense is top notch. Dak is going to be under duress all game. Y'all too banged up to defend. Y'all too banged up to play offense. I think It's not gonna be a real big blowout because the offense over there.
Steelers offense.
When I say
The
a lot,
Steelers
it's gonna be
offense
more
is
than
not-
10 points.
It might be.
They'll-
Steelers are averaging 18.8
That's what I'm
points per
saying.
game.
You know what I'm saying?
They'll beat
They
us
don't-
23-10.
And they're giving up 13.3 per game.
23-10.
I
guess-
like that.
We might get 9 because we might just kick 3 field goals. 2 of them from 60 out.
I like that. I like that, G. That's a good analysis. I'm gonna go with G. I'm gonna go with G's points, right?
Yeah, I can.
But it's gonna be a lot.
Yeah, with the injuries on the Cowboys, it's hard to see them. Well, I'm gonna put it this way: they could win this game if Dak plays. This is one where he got to be a force multiplier that we like to talk about all the time. He gonna have to
They
be.
can't win this game.
But I'm saying that's the only way they can win. Him and CD,
Defense too good.
they got to go in.
Only way they could
They gotta go off.
him and CD got to go off. Jake Ferguson got to go off.
Yeah, they got to go in. The passing game has got to be on point.
He got to hit his short passes
Got to do it.
to create extensions of the running game. They still got to run the ball. You know
He's
what I'm saying?
got to
Whether
play
they
at
get
an elite $60
2
million
yards, 3
level.
yards. Yeah. It's got to be a
Dak-
lot to go on.
Dak turns the ball over twice and he's sacked at least 3 times.
Ooh. Damn, you believe in that Steeler D like that,
A
huh?
fumble and a pick.
I'm a little worried because I know one game in the NFL, but they made Joe Flacco look real good last week, that Steeler defense. So is it that the Steelers ain't played nobody? Is that why the defense looking like this? I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, they played the
but let's look who they played. The Chargers, no offense.
The Falcons.
Falcons, and the Denver Broncos. So what do we even know about them yet for real?
Possibly.
We know that Dallas.
That could possibly be the case.
Right.
I'll hold on to that for hope.
We know that we know that Dallas is one dimensional.
That we know that, but that's why we said that dimension has got to go in this week.
Tomlin, I don't see Tomlin losing a game where he knows the team is one dimensional. Now they game plan and got messed up last week because somebody that can actually throw the ball came into the game and finished that game.
But aren't the
So that's
Steelers
what-
kind of
that's
one
what helped
dimensional
them.
too?
But hold on now. They was down 14.
but
when they down,
they
they was down 14. Now when he got hurt,
Yeah, but their offensive strength is Dallas.
they go against
weakness.
your theory.
And Dallas is down a lot of
he
defenders.
was down.
so-
They was down 14-0 before what's his name? Richardson had drove them to 2 touchdowns.
They was actually down 20. They was actually
I'm saying
down
when Richardson got hurt.
And this running that everybody talking about, just to put in some perspective, Najee Harris averaging 3.4 yards per carry.
Warren.
Let's take a look. 3.9 yards per carry.
Justin is leading them in rushing yards
Najee is
per
rush, and Justin for a quarterback 3.8 yards per carry.
That's what I'm saying.
But what I'm saying, their rushing offense is not that. Is what I'm saying. People saying, "Oh, they just gonna run at them with what?" Their offensive line is not good.
But it's
that's
Dallas.
the other part of it. How bad is y'all rush defense? We're about to find out.
With
Because this is not a great with two people missing. So because this is not a great rushing offense. We
Really
think of the Steelers that way,
we still-
but they're not that. The Steelers aren't that. They
What-
try to do
what
that.
helps our running
and they commit to it, but
What
they're not
helps our
good at it.
running is being able to put our safeties down in there with Kalen Carson being on one side and then him getting hurt and then
Because if I'm y'all, I sell out against the run. George Pickens beat me.
yeah.
Show me you can beat me. We got some dudes in the secondary.
I think
beat
that's,
them.
I think that's what
That's what they're gonna have to do.
Pickens
You know
so
what I'm saying?
nice. Oh my God, Pickens so nice.
And he would have to be this week because I would be like Pickens. If you beat me, we lose. You know what I'm saying?
But is everybody off this? Justin Fields can be the starting quarterback for the Steelers. Are y'all all this?
The
Are y'all
national
off of
media,
this?
I don't know. I mean, he showed some
You
potential
don't know.
in the second half last
Man,
game.
they are
I mean,
dumbing
'cause
down the playbook so much for this dude.
But let me say this: the reason it's getting late for us because now he's not getting snaps in practice.
Right.
So now it's like, okay, you got a dude who's going to be your starter for 4 weeks now. He hadn't got any
please.
snaps in practice.
As
Exactly.
soon as
So-
Russ healthy, he
Fields
But
is
I'm not sure he's not healthy now.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I'm
think
saying?
They're just not
I
going
think
with him.
they just not going
said,
with him.
okay, this could be our future. Let's see what we
Let's
got.
see what we got.
man,
Until we get
that's-
until he
they not-
loses 2
they not
games in a
gonna-
row,
they
he's
not-
gonna be the starter.
Or he- you know what I'm
Or
saying?
just stinks it up this
Stinks
week.
it up that
He
bad.
would have to stink it up this week for Russ to get back in there.
I don't know what the health report is on Russ. But I think this Justin Fields last
looked
game.
like he may have started his last game last year.
No.
Nah, I think,
Rest of
like
it.
I said, I really think he was the starter coming into the year. But at this point, not like I said, not getting snaps for 4 straight weeks. You second or third string. It's going to be hard. Unless, like I said, unless Justin turns back into a real pumpkin real soon, it's going to be hard to put Russ back in.
And
You know what I'm
Justin
saying?
trash.
But let's move on to a report that matters. That bang bang report.
The ass bang report.
And them San Francisco 49ers. Jerry, what you got, bro?
I'm on the same thing. I alluded to it earlier. I am on high alert. I'm so concerned. I'm so worried
Yeah, it's getting a little worrisome.
about McCaffrey,
It's getting a little worrisome.
and I need to hear more conversation about what we're actually going to do to improve the defense, because it's going to take. We need to make a move to.
Yeah, because we got like $56 million or whatever in cap space right now.
We need to make a move in order to get our defense up to par.
I was about to say, for me, it's got to be defense. I'd rather have a defensive move than Devontae Adams.
Yeah,
For me, because our defense just hadn't looked right yet.
I would like both.
Other than Fred. Fred is balling.
Yeah.
But the rest
He
of
out
the
this
D,
game, ain't he?
nah, they say it looks better than it was going to be. I think he's playing.
We're not getting pressure on the QB.
Yeah, it's one of those things, man, where when you got an offense that's third in passing yards, rushing, and we're eighth, total yards, we're second. So the offense is fine. We can score points, you know what I'm saying? But that defense, bro, and that's what happens when you hire a dude that's never called plays on defense before, hiring your buddies to come in and be the defensive coordinator, hiring the trash-ass dude to be his consultant that came from, what's his name, Allen, that came from the Chargers. Like, what are we doing here, man? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't get it, man. You know, and like I said, it's not, and for us, like, we're sixth against the run right now, which is 96 yards per game that we're giving up,
and
which is ass for us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Top
In the
three.
70s and 60 yards per game.
Top 3.
So, like I said, for us, it's bad. For most teams, they'll take it. Against the pass, we're 15th.
Yeah.
So we're right in the middle. But watching them, just the eye test, this defense not as good as those numbers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the problem. You know what I'm saying?
And it starts with we're not getting pressure on the quarterback, which
is crazy because we're fourth in sacks.
right, which hurts us on the back end. Our secondary,
Right, secondary is the problem, dog.
secondary,
we can't
definitely
cover.
the problem.
But again, like the other week when Jefferson scored,
gonna
how do you
cost
have
them.
George Odom in any matchup singling up on Justin Jefferson? What defensive coordinator would do that?
Yeah.
A career backup and special teamer, you got him man-to-man, slow-ass safety on Justin Jefferson. What sense does that make? And see, that's when you wanted to put all that blame on Wilkes last year.
Right.
So you go bring this dude in, and your defense got worse. Right. Like, come on, dog.
The Wilkes thing. I mean, we can look back and say it was a rush job, but it was the situational football in our last couple of games. You know, especially the Detroit game, he had our hands tied behind our back in the first half.
In
the first half, I mean, he was not calling a good game, and that was 2 games in a row where we kind of looked kind of suspect. So, I get it, but he's definitely better than what we have now. We can say that he's definitely better.
I agree, man. Like I said, it's not much on the 49ers front. Like I said, it's really just about what move it, because we haven't been opposed to making moves. Right. Lynch and Shanahan have made moves.
And it's been the right move.
And it's been the right move. So I'm just waiting to see, like, what's the move this year, especially now that Hargrave is out for the year.
Right.
Now you need some depth on the D-line, but who is there to get? You know what I'm saying? Is there anybody? Is there a name out there? I keep hearing maybe go out to Hassan Reddick, maybe bring DJ Jones back from Denver. I keep hearing that a lot. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, who do we try to go get to kind of supplement?
So going back after Armstead
I saw that. And Buckner. I saw Buckner too. Brinson Buckner. I saw that.
Now, hey.
I'll take that. Yeah, bring him back. They should have never let him go, first of all. But to me, I think we need another corner too. Some kind of corner. Yeah, we need another corner. I mean, so I don't know who out there on the market. I hadn't looked at it like that, man. But for me, we definitely need another pass rusher, and we need a corner. Yeah. I'd rather have either of those things than Devontae Adams, because I think offense we're gonna score points.
Got to get somebody on the line.
How you know you're gonna score points when you ain't played no damn body? The two teams that was about they soft.
Because we got a top 5 quarterback and we got
Man,
weapons.
if you don't sit yourself down with this top 5 bullshit, he's not a top 5.
We've scored 32, 23, 27, and 30. We'll score points. I'm not worried about
23
it.
points.
I'm not worried about it.
So who?
Our quarterback has 1,130 yards. Our running back has 447 yards, and our top receiver has almost 400 yards.
About all them.
Offense is not our issue.
You don't get nothing.
Offense is not our issue.
About them numbers.
Okay.
Offense is not our issue. Like
We
I
ain't
said,
played nobody, but the Vikings.
we ain't got blown out by nobody.
You ain't played nobody, but the Vikings.
I know that. So, like I said,
Would have got blown
49ers,
out. Had
man,
Jefferson
we are
got
good,
hurt.
man. We're good. We just need to make a move. But I think it's a move loading. I really do. I think in the next couple of weeks, we'll be talking about the 49ers have made a big splash. Not sure who it's going to be, but
Let's
it's coming.
go Cardinals.
But it's coming. Man, please. But let's talk about this money. Cash talk for the week. Y'all already know what the first one is. Jerry, you know who it is.
Money.
The team in the AFC that's going to the Super Bowl. The Texans, -1 versus Buffalo. Take that to the bank, dog.
Take it to
Give
the
me
bank.
the Texans, -1. Calling it now.
Oh yeah, you already
called
know
it
who I
now.
picked.
I picked them, so
So
I'm
give me-
I'm calling it now. They will win this game, to me, one, because, like I said, they have to. This is the game that shows whether or not they for real. If you're for real, you're at home against a top-notch, well, y'all say it's a top-notch team. I say they got a top-notch quarterback, but I don't think it's a top-notch team.
D'Amico had signature wins as a coach last year on his resume. He got some big wins last year.
And this is supposed to be the first one
And
this
I
year.
think, yes, sir.
This might be a pick 'em at game time. You might want to do money line.
No, I'm taking the -1. I go with -1 at
I
home
think
all
this
day.
is going to be his. This is going to be his first signature game of the year this year.
And we already talked about the second game. Ravens -2.5 versus the Bengals. Give me the Ravens.
Ooh, doing the money on the big games.
Give it
Man,
to
on
me.
the big
You
game.
already know.
Did you already pick your Giants and Seahawks?
Nah, I got that one coming up.
So I'm gonna go ahead and take that over under on this game right here.
Which one?
Bills and Texans. I ain't even fooling with
Which one you taking?
I'm gonna take the over.
The over.
I think they.
What's the number? What's the number now?
Over is 48 and 46 and a half.
Okay. I can
Yeah.
see that.
Let me get that 47.
I can see it. But see, to
Tease it
me,
down.
to
I'm
me,
gonna tease
this
it
is
down
the
a point to 45.
you going over.
Yeah, I'm going over.
To me, this is the game where if that happens, then I'm worried about the Texans. If to this Buffalo team they give up like 27 points or 30 points, something ain't right. Something not right.
Yeah,
Something not right.
That means Josh.
That mean y'all- yeah.
mean Josh Allen going crazy.
That's what I'm saying. If you let these receivers and this running back group for Buffalo score
40
30 points or 27 points, something wrong with my Texans.
A 40
Something-
plus passing attempt game. from
Yeah, something
Josh
not right.
Allen going crazy.
Something
He
is
hit
not right.
Dalton Kincaid,
Right.
Fox,
Right. If that
Shakir,
happens,
James Cook, they can
Keon
put points
Coleman,
up.
if they put up 30 points,
This the
something wrong.
Keon Coleman breakout game, baby.
And of course, the last game, I'm going to Seahawks -6.5 versus the Giants.
Easy money.
At home.
Easy money.
Easy money. Dog.
Easy money.
Easy money, dog. That's easy money.
I can't stand the Seahawks.
I can't either, but the Giants, and from what I hear, Neighbors, he's still iffy. So we'll see.
This man, he can't stand Tide. He can't stand the Seahawks. Can't stand the Cowboys. Can't stand Lamar Jackson. This man don't like
Got a
nothing.
lot of can't stand.
I
Got a lot of can't stand.
Can't stand LeBron.
I can't.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he hate LeBron.
Soldier Boy gonna hate y'all ass for not introducing him again, man. I'm saying, hey, I'll be having your back, Soldier Boy, man.
Hey,
These-
so you know I be forgetting, dog.
yeah, man. These old head niggas can't remember
Can't
shit.
remember shit, dog. You know what I mean?
Negroes.
Shit.
We put that Boston jersey on them. We'll never forget it. Dressed like a champion.
So those are your winning bets for this week, man.
Easy money.
Hey, just make sure you can afford the bet, man. If you're betting, make sure you can afford it. Don't be betting your mortgage money or your rent money or your car payment or your
Don't do
insurance
it.
payment. Don't be out here driving without insurance because you done lost $500.
Don't do it.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't go to easy money trying to get
Right, and at 2,000%. You know what I'm saying? Compounded daily. Daily. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to get into a little bit of WNBA, bruh, which me and G, we don't love it. But Ren here loves the WNBA. So
The only thing he do like, I guess, today.
right, right. I'm shitting on nobody else watching. Right. He watched these damn WNBA games, bro. I will admit, I checked out more WNBA games this week than this year than I have in recent
I hate the
years.
back of Forrest Whitaker neck. I hate Whoopi Goldberg's lips.
Anyway, man, listen. The WNBA season is coming.
Playoffs.
It's coming to a close. It's been a good season. We had the thing that helped the WNBA season this year was they had some really, really, really good rookies to come into the league and interject some enthusiasm and along with some good play. We had some historical rookies this year. Number one in that category was Caitlin Clark. She was good.
The Clark stuff.
It took her the first
Took her a
part of the
while.
season to get her bearings
Get her legs back on her because she'd been going for
and
a
learn
long
the
time,
game and learn what was going to work. And it resulted into very good numbers for her. She led the league in assists as a rookie. That's impressive.
It is.
That's impressive. Let's go to her full stat line real quick. Caitlin Clark. She won Rookie of the Year.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Congratulations on that for sure. Her full stat line, 19 points a game. 19.2 points a game, so that's 0.8 under 20. There's a lot of people saying that she wasn't going to average 20 points if she's doing this as a rookie. The sky's the limit. She should be busting that 20 point mark next season for sure. She shot a low percentage. She shot 42% from the field, 34% from three. She made 3 threes a game. Her free throw percentage is always excellent. She's a 91% free throw shooter. So to close out that stat line, 19 points a game, 6 rebounds from your point guard a game, 8 assists, a steal. Her turnovers, stupid. Ridiculous. 6 turnovers a game. That's ridiculous. So she's gonna have that learning curve, just like Inescu had when she came into the league. She had to figure it out.
Yeah, the way they blitzed her, you know what I'm saying? She got to learn how to adjust to it. You know what I'm saying?
So I say the sky's the limit for her. Congratulations. She played every game in the season, so she was durable. They finally started. The thing that I liked about her season was it took her a while because she was trying to play like she played at Iowa, which she's a star player. They gave her that opportunity, but once she started hitting the post and trusting her teammates, the team really took off, and they made the playoffs. That's something that the Fever hadn't done in years. I think 3 or 4 years straight they hadn't made the playoffs. So, and they got the number 1 pick the previous year, and Boston wasn't able to get them to the playoffs. But Caitlin Clark came in, inserted her game, and it took off, and they actually made the playoffs. So kudos to her. Kudos to her. Angel Reese. Angel Reese had a good season. Angel Reese led the league in rebounds per game.
13 and 13.
13, yep. 13
Double-double
double-double. She was a double-double every game. She played well. I think she has a huge step she's gonna make in her offensive game. She got to get that jumper down pack, but she can do it all. She played point guard, basically point forward in high school. So her tenacity and her drive and her learning the NBA game a little bit more is gonna help her too. So
do you see their popularity helping it take off at all? Because I have my doubts.
Who say that again?
Like Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, influx of these two. Do you see it really helping them go to that next level when it comes to viewership? And
Yeah, because it did this year. Viewership
but it's
down.
mainly because of her though.
Right.
When
It's
she left
down.
the playoffs, because I'm looking at it now.
Yeah.
Her last game was 2.54 million viewers.
and it went down.
The best one since then, 929,000.
Right.
So is it sustainable is what I'm saying? Because if she's not in the playoffs,
I think it is sustainable. The reason
I don't.
The reason why I think it is sustainable is because the rookies are coming in and they're better. They're improving. You know, you had
But the only one they care about is her.
Right.
well that
The most casual viewers who they're trying to get only care about Caitlin Clark.
Because the best player in the game ain't getting that.
Right.
And she's
That's the
been
issue.
the most dominant player.
That's the issue.
Probably.
And
that
most
you
of these
probably ever
viewers
seen
and most of these
in
viewers that
WNBA
left
history.
probably don't even know her name. They couldn't tell you what her name is right now. You know what I'm saying?
Miss Asia.
Asia.
That's who I was definitely about to go into. Asia Wilson, the MVP.
That's the problem with the league.
Historical monster numbers. She really, really brought in the game, and her defense is ridiculous. So I definitely got to go over Asia's numbers, and then we'll go to the playoff teams.
But
The
unless they
reigning
get
two-time title
right,
champion.
unless they get 4 or 5 more Caitlin Clarks, it's going
That's
nowhere.
saying a lot.
So they got
It's
that
not
girl
going
coming
anywhere.
out of UConn.
Yeah,
Beckers,
Yeah.
Beckers,
Beckers.
and then
Paige
Juju,
Buckets.
but she's not white.
right.
Juju.
Who you
is a
got winning
baller.
the WNBA title this year? I know Asia's probably them leaving.
They about to go
Well,
home.
let me go over Asia's monster numbers first. 27 points a game, 12 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks. 2 steals, and 3 blocks a game. Shooting 52% from the field, 32% from 3,
Damn.
and she's not a bad free throw shooter, hitting at 84% a clip.
And like I said, most of those
Unanimous.
casual fans couldn't even tell you her name. Right.
Right.
That's the problem with the WNBA.
And I think another thing is too. I think they need to have. Maybe it was delayed because of the Olympics, but they may need to have their season start a little bit earlier and it end right around the time we getting ready to ramp up into football because there's really nothing else
Right.
there.
Going on.
So
right.
I think they be in there.
Right. Because have you watched any player the playoff game?
I ain't watched the dribble.
Me either. Not one.
I ain't watched the.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
It's,
watching it.
it,
I'm
it
gonna get to watching though, especially since we're doing these podcasts. We're gonna have to help the ladies grow the game too. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It's up to we got to do our part. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Because it's not a bad watch sometimes.
I was just about to say sometimes.
It's the low scoring. It's the low scoring, and a lot of the games start out with a lot of missed shots until somebody,
It ain't even that for me. It's the lack of athleticism.
Yeah, it ain't, you don't see nobody yamming.
There ain't no dunking going on. And I know that's a male thing, you know what I'm saying? But it's like,
But see, my appreciation and a lot of other fans' appreciation of it.
Not a lot of
and
other
this
fans.
This is something that we say because we played the game. When you watch the women's game, you see a pure form of the game, the women game. When you see the women's game, it's really one of the purest forms of the game because although athleticism is a huge advantage in the women's game when you have some athletic women, but it's not a wide. The gap is not huge like it is with the men. You know what I'm saying? So you get to see the pick and roll being used, you know what I'm saying? In the NBA game, they're going away from the pick and roll every time. You see that more than anything.
If you're not going to have the athleticism that we're used to seeing with the men's game, then you got to have better 3-point shooting or something. Something's got to differentiate you.
Jump
you know
right to
and
threes.
they shoot about the same percent.
Jump right to
you know what I'm saying?
threes.
So I'm like, what's entertaining me? You know what I'm saying? Just watching you on the layup on the break. Oh, okay, it's cool.
It's competing.
You know what I'm saying? It's
you watch the game and it's a competing.
I love
strategy.
I like watching the aces.
You
'cause
gotta
they get up and down.
You gotta watch.
I like
you
the
gotta watch
liberty.
strategy.
I like
I
the
have to
liberty.
sit down and watch it and see and give it a shot, give it a real. Because I caught a couple of Aces games this year. I saw one of Caitlin Clark's games.
I caught 2 of hers this
But
year. I saw Angel Reese play a couple times this year.
I just like Asia game, man. She got a real.
She a
She
beast.
got attitude about it. You know what I'm saying? She got attitude about
she
it.
a
You know what I'm
beast.
saying?
Yeah.
So it's like I said, they need more stars that you know. You know what I'm saying?
You got the Sun winning or the Liberty,
Winning it all.
or the
Liberty.
Lynx.
The winning it all is going to be the Liberty. They've been the best team
since the start of the year. They've had the Aces number this
Yeah,
year.
they
The
have.
Aces are
You
not
heard it
deep
here
enough.
first.
The Aces hadn't been deep enough this
Yeah.
year. They had some major injuries at the beginning of the year with the starting point guard.
And what's the
She
girl
was-
that played for Dallas? Who the scorer for Dallas? I think it's Dallas.
Oh,
Now that girl be playing about now. She play like a man. You know what I'm saying? I like her game. I can't remember her name though.
you talk.
I like her game
with
though.
the African last
Yeah,
name. That's who you
Goomba
talking
Wale
about.
or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
She can
yeah,
ball.
Yeah.
I like watching her play. You know what I'm saying? She can ball. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you heard it here first, baby. From
So you
the
see, I
man,
watch a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
WLL Cool J. WNBA ladies love Cool Jerry.
I would, I would, as far as who I like to see, because I don't think the Aces gonna be able to rebound. I
Nah,
think the
they
Aces will
done.
get
They
a-
down 2-0 now, aren't they?
Yeah, they're down 2-0. I think they'll get a game. I think they'll win the first game back in Las Vegas, and then I think the
Let's
Liberty
go,
will
Asia.
close them out.
Come back, baby. Let's go.
Not gonna happen.
Nah, they,
With Minnesota and Connecticut, man, Connecticut. These are the two of the best defensive teams in the league. I think I would rather see. Man, I like Minnesota. I do like Minnesota, but I would rather see the Connecticut side.
let's do it this way to support G. Me and you, we're gonna each watch at least one playoff game this week.
Let's go.
One game, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna start with one game,
I
bro.
had the game.
One play. It's gonna be Asia for me.
it's gonna be
Whatever
Asia.
night they playing, I'm watching.
I think
You know
they
what I'm
play
saying?
tonight.
They
Is it tonight? Okay,
Yeah,
that's the
they-
game I'll
they
be
play.
watching.
Yeah, if I ain't
Okay, so
going
that's
to
the
the
game
movies,
I'll
I'll
be
watch it.
watching tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'm
If I
gonna
ain't
catch
going on
one
the
game
train,
this
I'll watch
weekend. Right. Let's catch one game this weekend to support. You know what I'm
Let's go.
saying?
Let's get into
We're
this
gonna try
trash
to get
talk.
into it, man. But again, let's get. Oh yeah, NBA special coming up in a couple weeks too. We will have that on deck because the NBA season is coming up.
Man.
Got that
right up
preseason
on
that
it.
started already. The Celtics. I don't know if they won today. Did they win? Ren?
I'm looking it
The
up
Celtics
right
win
now.
that game today.
I hope them sons.
But the NBA is on deck. So we ramping up towards that NBA kickoff. We'll have a kickoff special for the NBA coming up here soon with our picks.
Celtics won 107.
107, 103, baby.
Okay, Celtics did come back and win. Of course, the Lakers play tonight. I think it's against Minnesota.
LeBron out.
LeBron not playing. We'll get to see Bronny throwing up bricks on tonight. So everybody tune in for that before he gets sent down to the G League.
Do not pass go.
Go directly,
think he gonna
go
start.
directly to the G
Don't
League.
play. I think he's gonna be suited up first game.
Boy,
Yeah,
stop.
please.
Not if
Gonna be
not
crazy.
not if the Lakers are a serious organization
Not if they
about
serious.
trying to win this year.
Not if they serious.
They've already shown they know.
But let's get to a serious topic right quick. Jerry, taking out the trash, bro. What you want to take out this week, bro?
Man, we're gonna take out the trash with this coverage of Caitlin Clark specifically, and the twists and turns of the media to try and make it a race thing and make that one of the important aspects of her popularity and coming to the league. We've had a lot of hate, and I don't like to use that word. We had a lot of hate coming toward Caitlin this year with former players and media people saying that her game wasn't going to translate and she's going to be playing against grown women and this, that, and the third. And all she did was lead the league in assists and have a fantastic year. But the grind to get there and the approach to stop her, the media chose the wrong narrative. They chose the wrong narrative. They could have just went with her play and how good she was in college and how it was translating into the league.
So what narrative do you think they took?
Racism.
So okay.
So why
They
do
chose-
you think it was the media
Right, that was going to be my next
that
question.
chose that narrative, or was it the response of the fans?
It
Right,
was-
of Caitlin's fans that she brought with her from college.
To me, it was both, because the only way you get to
the aspect of her fans bringing that racial the racist approach to her being in the league is tweets and stuff being said at the game. We talking about tweets to her opponents,
Right.
and things of that nature. But the media fed on it too, though.
How so?
We had certain analysts that literally said that some of this popularity was only because she was white. When you say that, that's partly true. Her fan base followed her partly because she's white, but the eyeballs are on her too because she can play. The girl is a talented player.
Yes.
She is. I'm not gonna say she's I'm not gonna say she's a generational player. I'm gonna say she proved to be a generational rookie talent in the WNBA. She definitely proved that. What were you about to say?
She was I think it's two pronged.
Yeah, it goes back to that LSU game.
It goes back to that game, but it also goes with, you know what I'm saying, the way that her style of play. You know what I'm saying? Because she was, as everybody says, Steph Curry-ish. Then she ended up the year following the LSU game, she ended up becoming the all-time leading scorer in women's college basketball history.
Right.
So I think the LSU game made it hyper sensitive to the white viewing public.
Right.
Because of the way that Angel Reese responded to her.
Taunting.
You know what I'm saying? She was the media darling.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And of course you know how they do it.
And let's talk about that too.
With white people and white women, the All-American, how they did Christian Laettner, the All-American.
Right. And my only issue with that was Caitlin gave it as good as she gets it.
Yeah,
and that's the part they ignore, which I'm fine with.
Same with Christian Laettner,
right?
though.
But I'm fine with. Right,
Christian Laettner he was aggressive.
Right,
he was what they call a dog.
Right, you know but my thing is that's part of ball. But they wanted to ignore that, like she's just squeaky clean and not doing anything out here. When you trash talking as much as anybody out here, that's my thing. Which I'm fine with that. I like that. You know what I'm saying? But don't act like she's not out here doing it.
The John Stockton sneaky flailing tactic,
right?
You know,
that's gamesmanship.
Yeah, right. It's just ball. But you know what I'm saying? Right.
But the fans and the media, that's why I said it's both. The fans and the media wanted to play on the fact that she's a, white girl point guard going up against these, aggressive, bigger in some cases.
But let me ask this: do you think she did get extra attention from some of these?
She did. I mean, that's the thing.
But isn't that because of her play?
And
how good she is.
No.
I'm just asking the question. Is it because of her play, or is it because they were hating on her, like Jerry was saying?
Well, again, they have to really just understand that it is what it is, man. She's white. She can play,
right?
But because she's white, let's just say Caitlin was LaCasia or LaToya. Would she still get that same love, that same public, that same level of viewership?
No.
She plays the exact same way.
No.
Okay, then. So, yes.
Race is a part of it.
Race is definitely a part of it. The same way that Larry Bird was able to help the NBA.
Bird and Magic.
It was Bird and Magic, but
you had to have Bird.
You had to have Bird.
Right.
If you was to get Bird and Magic. If you just had Magic, it wouldn't have been
the same thing, right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They played off each other's.
Right.
Racism played an integral part.
And do you think the WNBA? Do you think the WNBA itself is playing into it? Or using it to try to build themselves up?
I don't think they have to use it. All they have to do is just show the game. All they have to do is show it. That's it. They don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
They don't have to paint a narrative.
No,
they don't have to create a narrative. They can roll with the narrative, which is what I think, to Jerry's point, which is what they did. I seen Stephen A. and Shannon and all of them, but the women players, past players, the players that were playing currently, the people that was in the media, they were being petty too, because of course they would feel some type of way that they've been putting in all this work and their attention and their shine wasn't getting placed on them.
Right.
Not only from the fans, but from the media too.
Right, right.
Because the media was actually they play a part in publicizing and legitimizing the player.
Right.
And so and she got that endorsement deal. Why did she didn't get the endorsement deal? She had all of the followings. Why does she have all that following? Because she's white and she can hoop. Not saying that it's just because she's white,
But
she
it's
can
part
hoop.
of it, right?
But being white helped.
Right.
Just like being black for Tiger Wood helped. There's things
Right.
that it's just
Right. It helps.
inherently
Right.
in this country, it is what it is.
Right. Especially when you got
So you shouldn't run
a
from it.
black female dominated sport.
Right.
And you got this outlier now.
Exactly.
It's this little white girl from Iowa who can ball. Again, you have to put that part in. Who can ball?
Who can ball?
You know what I'm saying? So when you get
Eminem
it's like
in the
that-
rap game.
Right.
He can rap.
He's an outlier.
He ain't the
but he
only
can
white
rap.
person.
You know what I'm saying?
But he white
and he can rap. Right, exactly.
But the thing that you all are talking about is that's not a negative. That's
No,
not a
it's
negative. The twist came in some of the instances where they were trying to, play off of the negative aspect of it, and it only came into when it would only come into play when it's former black players that are saying, hey, she's going to take her lumps when she comes in the league. I don't think she's going to score like that.
But even
in the
Taurasi
pros.
said it.
They
know what I'm saying?
And she was white. But again, that's part of the game, though. The same thing they did with LeBron. When Darius Miles
Darius
was there,
Miles,
he's
right.
not going to be.
Right.
That's just their level of, pride from an athlete standpoint. Like, shit, I've been hooping too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He put on his shoe. He put on his shorts or drawers just like I do, one leg at a time. I'm pretty sure they the same way. She put her panties on the same way I do. You know what I'm saying? And again, it did come off a little petty. You know what I'm saying?
Some of it.
But the sensitivity to it was a little bit too sensitive.
Man, I was about to get there. I was
Because
just about to ask that.
Just
bro.
like you, to your point, the competition is the competition. Gamesmanship is gamesmanship.
Right.
When you out there talking shit, you just talking shit.
Right.
It don't matter.
Right.
It should matter.
And then all the stuff about, like, at the end of the year where I kept seeing people on the podium, black women on the podium, talking about the shit they get on Twitter, the racist shit. What's your thoughts on that? Is that something? I guess my issue with it is, like, we all know that's there. I go on there every day and I see something like that.
I don't have a problem with it. It should still be called out. You know what I'm saying? And again, they got a platform. They got an audience. You know what I'm saying? And so,
to what end, though?
well,
I guess that's my question.
it's
To what
usually
end?
in response to something. They just not coming out I just got this awful tweet. It's in response to. And because Caitlin Clark was such a huge story, especially in the WNBA, not only in the WNBA, in the sports world in general, which is why we talking about it, right?
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? At some point, you cannot quell the racism. It should never be quelled. It should always be called out at every turn. Because we know that it happens. We know that it exists. We know that shit happens on social media. But, with them being famous people to a certain extent, I think they have the right, and I think they have the responsibility to call it out.
And Caitlin did a good job of speaking out.
Did.
Yeah, she did.
Speaking out against it.
She did.
Saying that she doesn't condone that and she's not a part of that. But she understands, going forward and, why it happens or whatever. So it is a part of it. I think it was both. I think it was two-sided. I think I did see, and I said this earlier when we were talking, when we were going over the rundown. Like I listen to a lot of podcasts. I listen to a lot of sports radio, and early in the season there were a lot of analysts that were just making it seem like she was just being bullied and tortured.
Right.
And that wasn't the case. She taking her lumps. Yeah, you had a couple of women that took a cheap shot at her.
Right.
But that's still gamesmanship.
Right, just like
shots
they did
happen,
they did with your boy with the Lakers when he came in, Lonzo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Same deal. You know what I'm saying?
She got cheap shotted because she's good. She didn't get cheap shotted because she's white. You know what I'm saying? That's
because she was good and she was being hyped up.
Because if you weren't good, nobody would pay any attention.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
She's good. You know what I'm saying? So I agree, man. Hopefully, like I said, I'm not sure what the fate of the WNBA will be. I still think they got issues. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure they even made money this year either. I had to look and see. You know what I'm saying? They might have. Hopefully, they broke.
On an upward trend. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
whatever they
Yeah.
made, they spent on some advancements.
Yeah,
because
so hopefully, like I said, I want them to make it. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been a watcher like that.
So,
I'm going to try to do better, next year. You know what I'm saying? I'll try to do
they
better.
flew private this year.
I'll be glad when Juju get there. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll probably watch more of her than I did of the WNBA. You know what I'm saying? That's just being real about it. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm trying to be a fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get used to the style of play that they have. You know what I'm saying?
We only have a small window where it's the only thing to watch.
Right,
You know
exactly.
what I'm saying? It's just
Exactly.
It's a tiny window.
And we love football
You know
and
what I'm
basketball so much. It's like,
That's
and
when
the NBA basketball.
And it's hard for them to start it because, you know what I'm saying?
Like tonight.
The college basketball season
Right.
It's about to start.
start up, and then when it ends, then
Right.
they get drafted, and a few weeks later, they in camp.
Right.
That's
Right.
crazy. So,
Exactly. So
I got one more trash
ahead.
I need to take out.
go
man.
ahead, bro.
For all you stupid motherfuckers out here buying up all the damn toilet tissue
Man.
and the paper towels at the moment is the first sign of economic uncertainty.
We're not importing tissue.
We ain't important
It's
tissue,
here.
bro.
It's here.
I can't get no members, Mark, because y'all done bought all the
Bought
shit.
it all, dog. I mean,
Stop.
out of stock immediately. And then the port workers not even on strike no more. They negotiating. Y'all did that.
It
shit.
wasn't they wasn't coming in on the boats. The tissue not coming in on the boat.
We got tissue, bro.
We had our first meeting of the pod at your mama's, and one of the owners, Crystal Peterson, she posted on Facebook, and she said it was a lady in front of her about 162 rolls of
Man,
toilet
I'd have slapped
paper.
the roll out of her hand.
100
I wouldn't have slapped it, but I would have took 12 of them. Man, give me
Man,
this damn
give me
tissue,
a
man.
damn tissue.
Goddamn tissue, man. Like, for what, man?
Somebody
The
put on
insanity,
Facebook today,
bro.
so what y'all gonna do with all that tissue? You about make a tissue fort?
Well, Halloween coming up, you know what I'm saying? Halloween coming up, you know what I'm saying?
Roll the price of tissue up.
It don't work too
For
good.
For no reason,
It
bro.
don't work. That toilet paper don't work too good on that baby oil. So I hope y'all ain't got all the
Especially
toilet
that
paper for
one
that
ply.
baby oil.
Y'all couldn't even leave the one ply in stock.
I mean, none of it.
We couldn't get a one ply roll, man.
Tissue and paper towels, bro. Just out of stock
We
immediately.
had to order some shit off of Amazon.
Y'all can have all the angel
Damn,
soft
for
though.
real?
Yeah.
Hey, y'all can have all the angel
We was
soft.
downtown.
Yeah, that shit awful, dog.
Oh, yeah.
That shit awful.
That's
dog.
that one ply. That
That
shit, real
shit
white.
awful, dog. like damn.
Shit is shit.
You can have all the angel
That
soft.
shit is awful.
Hey, don't have no. Hey, you better make sure you running off if you got that angel sauce. Because if you got some ribs backed up in you, some good greens backed up in you, bro, you might be in for a world of trouble. You need to have your soap on deck.
Hey, man.
Might well start using your bathtub.
right, man. 'Cause that angel soft ain't worth a damn, dog.
Take an immediate shower right after.
I mean, you
Right in
only
the
buy that
shower.
one time, you figure, oh hell, no,
man.
never again, man.
Angel soft go sue.
Man, we appreciate y'all. That's the show for today, man. Thank y'all for joining us. Trash talking with the old heads, man. Remember,
Defamation.
don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And for those who already have, we appreciate the support.
Yes, sir.
This is what we do. We love doing it, man. We love bringing this content to you, but we definitely need your support. Again, YouTube channel, Trash Talking with the Old Heads, Apple Podcast, Spotify Podcast.
Let go.
Check us out, man. Until next week, we out, man.
Break them off some.
Big time bullies back to back.
I hope.